It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Wednesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a slammed program for you this afternoon. If Deb can get her headphones right, she'll give you some JCS news around 3:20. 4 o'clock hour, it's Animal House, Central Florida Zoo in the house. We'll also talk to Scott Maxwell. I think we're going to go over that no property tax initiative, kind of give you some heads up on what's really happening there. 5 o'clock hour, Colette Fair is going to be in. She's that author that wrote the book Cost of Quiet. She's going to be in for 2 segments, and we're taking calls today with her. So if you have some issues with your relationship, or you've had relationship issues and you would like some answers to that, you can do that anonymously right here on the air with Colette.
No, we want your first and last name.
We'll do trivia that hour as well. We'll end it up with some Ross thoughts, and you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely, very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Saucy Pageant.
I think they should be called Cookie Fortunes.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social. Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, just at Jim Colbert Show. And all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check us out on YouTube. Watch the show as it happens. See the frivolousness. You can also get involved with our question of the day in the chat room there as well. And if you'd like to send a talk back, you can do that as well, guys. It's easy and free. Just grab the iHeartRadio app, go straight to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and we will get you on the air. Superstardom right around the corner.
No couch needed.
No couch needed. How you guys doing today?
It took me a second. I'm like, a cow. Oh.
Dude, I'm doing great. I had a really good day. It wasn't hot out. I went and got breakfast burritos with my son.
Nice.
I don't know if anyone else can tell. We'll need Ross on camera, but I think he's looking more and more like a 70s truck driver, because that mustache and his goatee's coming in a little bit darker.
Oh, yeah. His Starsky and Hutch is starting to come right through.
His Starsky and Hutch, he looks very...
Oh, yeah.
He's got that Huggy Bear vibe going over there. Doesn't he look like a trucker you'd expect to see at a what is it, Love's?
He looks like Kid Rock's roadies.
I don't know if I look like a trucker or a lot lizard.
Yeah. I don't know, dude.
I think I'm both, dude.
I don't know. You got
I'm gonna go lot lizard.
A very unique look going right now, buddy. You look like you could sell me tickets to anything behind an old Shoney's.
Yeah, the facial hair is there, and it's also telling everyone that I think $20 a gram is a good deal.
Well, that is a good deal, right?
Oh, Jack, no.
That mustache says, yo, I got that fire. That's what that mustache says.
I grew up at a time where a gram was $100, dude.
Where were you?
Jersey.
Obviously not near the shore.
You're talking about nose candy, right?
No, I was not.
I thought we were going skiing.
You can't make a joke anymore without Jack thinking it's a Coke joke. Jeez, what a start to the program.
Yeah, well, let's get over it. I have a real skid mark of a mustache.
All right, 77031. That's how you text us. I made a bet with Jack and Deb before the show, and I'll make a bet with you today. I bet what happened to me when I went home last night has not happened to any of you, and more than likely in your lifetime will not happen to you. We had a banger of a show yesterday. It was so much fun. The topics hit everywhere we went. We had more texts yesterday than we've gotten in a month. It was a fun-ass show. I was hyped up. Could not wait to get home, see my beautiful wife, make some dinner. It was absolutely a banner day in my life.
And then
I come around the corner, and my house, the front of my house has probably about 100 feet of road front, right? And I've got a circle driveway, so you can come in one way or you can come in another way. But in the middle of that, there's a kind of like a what is it when the county has space? An
easement.
But it's probably about 10 feet there, right? And it's still part of my yard. It's not the county. That is my property going all the way up to that yard, right? And when I pull around the corner, I see a truck parked on my property right off to the side of the road. Both the front doors are open. The driver door is open and the passenger door is open. And as I kind of pull up, I realize there's nobody in the passenger seat. But when I get parallel to the truck, I can look through the cab and see there's a guy standing on the other side of the truck. And I'm like, he's parked on my property. I'm like, hey, man, can I help you? What do you think the guy said to me?
No, I'm good.
I just wanted to say it was a great show, man.
F you.
Nah, dude, I'm just relieving myself.
What?
Dude pulled over in my front yard to urinate in my yard.
Oh.
Is that
Not cool.
how he worded it too?
Well, no. I mean, what do you mean?
Like you
I mean,
relieving myself?
whenever somebody's around my property, I always ask, is there something I can do for you or can I help you? Because I'm not sure if they're a vendor or a sales rep or anything like that, but it forces them to say something and give me an answer. Right? I do that if you come to my door and I don't know who you are. You're not a mail person or a delivery person. How can I help you?
Could be a female person.
Yeah. Just how can I help you? Right? What can I do for you? And just make them give you an answer. And this dude straight up said, I'm just relieving myself. I'm like, dude, you're peeing on my property? I said, you're trespassing on my property and you're urinating on my property? I'm like, dude, that's patently uncool. Get the F off my property. And I called him just a slurry of names. And he just put his head down, walked to his truck, put his head and pulled off.
Did you call the police?
I did not call the police because I was so pissed off. I didn't take the time to take a picture of his driver's or of his tag or anything.
Okay, careful. I wasn't sure where you were going with the whole picture thing.
Oh, no. Yeah, taking a picture of his what?
I feel like I'm 55% on your side.
Hold on for a second. It gets better. It gets better. Like, I'm really pissed off because I think it's massively disrespectful. Right? Because you don't know, by the way, he did it in an area that if you were in my house, if you were on the front porch, you literally could have seen him happen. It's a pretty far way away, but you could have seen him relieving himself on my property in my front yard.
You could have seen Wang.
You could possibly, depending on, how my man's doing.
We got possible Wang.
So I pulled into the
at
house.
the Colbert residence.
I pulled into the house, I get into the kitchen, my wife is in the kitchen, and I go, I'm like, you're not going to believe what just happened. And I'm like recounting the entire thing. And you know what she said?
Big deal?
Yeah, big deal.
Wow.
She did not think it was that big of a deal. I was out of my mind pissed off because of the disrespect, and she did not feel that way at all. And I don't know if that's a male-female thing or just like it's not that big of a deal thing, but for some reason, I was like, well, how do you not think that's a big deal? Like, you think it's fine to just people pull up on our property and start relieving themselves using our house and property as a bathroom? That's fine?
No.
She just didn't think it was that big of a deal. Like, he could have gone across the street. There's a park there. He could have gone 30 more feet and pulled off the road, and it was way more secluded. He did it right in my front yard.
So rude.
Do you not think it's a big deal either? Could you imagine if this happened to one of you guys? Think about that. If a guy just pulled up right on the side of the road in your front yard and started whipping it out and started peeing right there.
Yeah.
All of you guys, what would you have done?
Not in that. See, it doesn't work.
We gotta
on my
hold him
block.
back.
I live in a neighborhood. You have a more secluded front area.
I am right on the street. He's going to be showing everything to everyone, including the police that drive by.
Take out all that out of play. If a guy's urinating on your property.
Not cool.
Not cool.
It's not
How
cool.
about this?
It is not cool.
How about this? Somebody comes to your house to a party, right? And bathrooms are full, and the guy walks outside and pees in your yard. That's not even cool.
I'm completely down with that.
Yeah, I'm not.
I've seen a neighbor do that.
I'm not down with that.
Do you do that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
In other people's yards?
No, your own.
No. What? I have bathrooms. Why would I pee in my yard?
Because you're doing yard work and you just got to go, so you just go there.
Oh, now we know what you did last weekend, Jack.
Jack
you did.
100.
Jack is
He
peeing in his yard all the
backyard.
time. Jack's a yard peer.
That's a whole different horror movie.
Yeah, right.
I know what Jack did last week.
That's the name of the show. Jack's a yard peer.
And you know what?
I mean, I don't mind peeing in the yard. I mean, yard peeing is fine if it's your yard. I'm not going to go pee in somebody else's yard unless it's Code Blacks.
You know, I've done this. I've done this like 4 or 5 times where I've really had to pee.
In my yard, I'm going to kick your ass.
No, not your yard, but I'm pulling up, late. I'm cutting it close to my own house, and baby's in the back seat. Leave the car on, AC blaring. I'll pee in my front yard. I've peed in my front yard probably like a half dozen of times.
Damn, dude, really?
Yeah, I got a lot of keys. So, like, I'm not going to jingle at the door.
Yeah, just let everybody know your car keys and stuff.
Somebody did make a really good point, though.
You don't want anybody cracking your window looking for some keys, dude.
Yeah.
Someone just texted us at 77031. Jimmy, when you get back tonight, you need to pee in the exact spot where he peed so you can reclaim your territory.
Mark my
Mark
dog
your
would.
spot. That's right.
I should do that, actually. I should have walked another day. I looked this morning where it was, and you can still see his tire tracks in the grass.
Thank
You
goodness.
son of a bitch.
Texter kind of took my joke. It's like, man, this cat is really getting to you. You're becoming a cat.
No,
this is what a cat would sound like if a cat became a human.
By the way, broad-ass daylight.
He peed on my stuff.
This guy is in broad daylight. Truthfully, imagine you going down the highway and you see a dude pull off the side of the road and he's not making any effort at all to hide what he's doing. You know exactly what he's doing.
Well, it's obviously an extreme scenario.
What's extreme about it?
Well, he's like, oh man, I gotta go.
He's 1.5 miles away from 3 or 5 or 30 businesses.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding, dude. He is literally 150 yards from a left turn that goes straight to a Publix or a CVS or anywhere else. Instead, dude decided to take a leak on my property.
Yeah, he wasn't a customer at those places. and he did you a favor. Look, he did you a courtesy.
He did not do anybody a courtesy, buddy.
He did
not, no.
by opening the passenger door to provide a little more privacy.
No. He left the driver door open. Imagine if I opened both of the front doors of my truck, but I walked around to the passenger area and got in that little crook that makes between the truck and the door.
Yeah, see, but
and peed, but you could look right through the truck and see him.
I think maybe leaving the driver's side door open was his mistake.
Yeah, but he was hammered. There's no question he had to have been drunk.
Oh. Well,
so that's kind of the bigger problem.
Well,
it's not the bigger problem.
Did you call the police?
I told you no, I didn't because I was so pissed off and yelling at him. I didn't get a chance to take a picture of his tag.
So you allowed someone to drive drunk?
I said he had to have been. I don't know if he was.
To me, maybe it's the neighborhood that I live in. I don't know. It's not. It's going to be a lot of sweat off of my back. But like Jack said, a little bit more secluded. That's a little bit more random. That's a little bit more personal. Maybe I have to go get my gun.
So let me ask, how would you guys have handled it?
Oh,
you're pulling around the corner, right? And there's a guy pulled off the side of the road. This guy's truck is not 1 foot off the road. And I could prove that with the tracks in the grass. Literally 1 foot off the road, and he rolls around and does that. How do you guys react if this is your house?
I say, that's not cool, and now that image is stuck on my video surveillance system.
Yeah, okay. What would you do?
I think I hit him with my dad noise. Whenever my son does something I don't like, I go, oh, whoa. No. Dude,
that's a good one.
What are you doing? I'm relieving myself. All right, is that it? Get on, get.
What do you do?
Oh, well, good. Keep it on the Ring camera because I'm calling the police.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, no. Especially if I'm home alone because that's a different situation.
My wife was home alone. My wife was there by herself. My wife is in our house when that was happening.
But she was cool with it.
No, she wasn't cool with it. She thought it was funny that I was so mad about it.
She tipped the guy.
Don't say tip. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Deb News?
Yeah, drivers arrested in a deadly toll booth crash. A new twist in the Kempner cruise ship death case. Have you heard about that?
I have not.
Oh, prepare yourself. And this beach is ranked number 1 in America. We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news and do more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You won't be running into too much trouble if you're just starting off your ride. Just congestion on I-4 through the city. Getting through that amusement park area, there's always delays. There's a crash on the ramp from McCoy Road to the Beach Line eastbound. That's not slowing things down. You won't be running into any surprises on the major roadways tying you up right now. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
This September, coming back to Las Vegas, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Tickets go on sale Friday, June 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific through AXS.com.
But starting June 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. what's in your wallet.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Are you looking for information on a reverse mortgage or HELOC? It's so easy to get a quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Are you looking for a home with an open floor plan in Orlando? Or maybe a home with a big backyard and winter garden? Good thing you can check out the hottest homes that are available right now in Central Florida all in one place at thenicklygroup.com. The Nickley Group has helped thousands of families find their perfect home, and they're ready to help you as well. Don't miss out on some of the most in-demand properties on the market. Go to thenicklygroup.com and click on Hot Homes.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a superior light beer to match it. Michelob Ultra. For every match, every goal, every superior play on the world's biggest stage. Because from the pitch to the pour, superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Multi-Room Mayhem 3, Florida's premier multi-day poker tournament, returns June 10th through 22nd at Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker. 2 locations, a $250,000 guaranteed prize pool with $50,000 to first. Start in Daytona Beach June 10th through 14th. Then head to Orange City June 17th through 20th. Buy in for just $250 and take your shot at summer's hottest poker event. Multi-Room Mayhem 3. Get your seat now.
Tools Ace Hardware is Central Florida's Big Green Egg headquarters, offering the absolute largest selection of Big Green Eggs and egg accessories. Right now, you can save big at Tools Ace Hardware throughout June. Get $150 off medium and large packages and $200 off extra large packages. The Big Green Egg is the original ceramic Komodo cooker. Its unique ceramic design and patented airflow system deliver unrivaled thermal properties and precise temperature control, ranging from 200 degrees all the way up to 750 degrees. It's a complete outdoor cooking solution, an oven, smoker, and grill all in one that can handle everything from smoking tender ribs to baking crispy pizzas. Plus, every egg purchase comes with a limited lifetime warranty. And you can save yourself the trouble of putting it together or hauling it home because Tools Ace Hardware offers free assembly and free local delivery on your Big Green Egg purchase. Let these guys do the heavy lifting for you. Shop their huge selection at any of their 14 Central Florida locations or find them online easily at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your backyard place.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks, like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 407-706-9137 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 407-706-9137 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 407-706-9137 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 407-706-9137.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins for HBN USA. Is your bathroom outdated, unattractive, and even unsafe? Well, good news. HBN Bath can transform it into a beautiful, modern space that you're going to love in as little as one day. No long, messy remodels, just fast, professional results. Visit HBNUSA.com to schedule your free consultation. Plus, enjoy 0% financing, no payments for 18 months, or up to $2,500 off your project. Visit HBNUSA.com. Restrictions apply. License number CBC 1255975.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
So apparently Facebook is still a thing? Search gym members and join our group.
Happy Hump Day, Colbert and Company. It's Concrete Mike. Man, I'm just going to go ahead and put this out there for anybody that might be thinking about stopping and peeing in my front yard. Prepare to get pistol whipped. And when you call the cops, I'm going to say, the man threatened me. That's all there is. That's it. You're going to get a beating.
Jim, when you pull up and you see something like that happen again, punch up Blink 182, crank up your radio. All the small things. That'll take care of it, no problem.
Hey, man. You told the dude to get off your property. He got in his truck and left.
He did.
What more do you want?
Him not to pee on my property.
Stool sample.
Hey, old Jimmy. I'm sorry you had to endure that yesterday. It wasn't me. I'm sorry you're pissed off. But as they say, it's better than being pissed on.
Didn't have that one sent to the texting service 75 times. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yo.
So is Ross.
It's true.
Let's get some news.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. The search is over to find the woman allegedly responsible for a deadly crash in Volusia County. Ormond Beach's Deanna Harrell was allegedly driving a pickup truck that hit a toll booth in Daytona Beach Shores on Monday afternoon. The 63-year-old woman working in the booth was killed, and Harrell was Baker acted and released without law enforcement notification. Here's Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood discussing just how tragic this case is.
What you're not going to see in here is that our victim, Tommy Joe Baker, enters that booth at 12:38:05. At 12:40, she's dead. At 12:39, EMTs are on location providing or trying to save Tommy Joe's life.
Sheriff Mike Chitwood says the 36-year-old Harrell turned herself in this morning. They had tried to Baker act her a second time after, for some reason, she was allowed to check out of the hospital, even though the sheriff's office was never alerted that she was leaving. There wasn't a deputy posted outside of her hospital room. There are so many questions about this.
I have so many questions.
Oh, well, get ready.
She actually interacted with the cops after, before they even Baker acted her, didn't they? There's a video of them talking to her, and they let her get in the truck, and then nobody goes with them. She was the suspect in a vehicular homicide case, and they didn't have an officer escort her to the Baker Act thing,
and then be outside of her hospital room to make sure that in that 24 to 48 hours she doesn't walk out on her own, which is what apparently ended up happening. All right, there's a major twist, meanwhile, in the high-profile High Seas murder case involving a Titusville teen. Defense attorneys argue the FBI has zero DNA evidence linking 16-year-old Timothy Hudson to the strangulation of his 18-year-old stepsister, Anna Kepner, aboard a cruise ship last year. Now, unsealed records show investigators failed to find and allegedly even look for forensic proof on the victim's neck. Now,
what?
Prosecutors point to the mountain of circumstantial evidence, given the CCTV footage.
Him poking his head out of the room, looking both ways before he slinks out of there.
Putting a do not disturb sign on the cabin door. Him taking Kepner's phone allegedly and throwing it away.
Yeah, the trash can that was later retrieved.
The lack of DNA, however, will be a massive battleground when the federal trial kicks off on September 8th. Hudson is being charged as an adult in this case. As anyone who's watched any kind of true crime, you know that it's not just DNA inside the body, it's skin cells on the outside.
It's all that.
It's all of that. trace evidence off of her clothing, hairs, fibers. I'm shocked that there wasn't a fiber pull or any of that was done.
And even more striking, right? She had another person's semen.
Apparently, reportedly, she did have sex with someone else on the cruise ship.
Right,
but
yeah.
his DNA was not found.
Right, and they have not identified that person as of yet.
No, they have not.
Right, yeah. That throws another massive wrinkle into it.
Yeah.
Wow.
This case just gets, and when you find, I don't. All right. The property tax cut plan going on the ballot in November is under the microscope a day after it's approved by state lawmakers. Former state senator Jeffrey Brandes says an exception was made for public school revenue, but other government entities may suffer.
There's a scenario here where we have to start having a conversation about merging counties because these counties just don't have enough to function on.
Now, the proposal would need at least 60% of the vote, and if it passes, it would up the homestead exemption to $150,000 in 2027 and $250,000 in 2028. The Florida League of Cities president was saying today just the number of like 12 to 13 local cities like Apopka, Ocala, that wouldn't be able to.
The police forces and fire forces and the rescue and FEMA forces from those counties would be decimated.
Not only that, if you enjoy the fact that maybe your animal services shelter is a no-kill shelter, they're not going to be able to do that without the funding going forward. So your libraries are going to suffer. Your parks and recs are going to suffer. All right, a nonprofit is being urged to be more open about what it plans to do with some land it's buying in Orange County, but don't worry, because it's not really sought after land. Wink, wink. Dr. Phillips Charities met this week with the Eatonville Town Council to discuss the former Hungerford School property. You know, that choice little morsel right off of I-4.
Yeah, right there.
The land has historical significance as Hungerford Prep was one of the state's first schools for black students. Eatonville officials want to know what the organization's plans are, but there were few answers at the meeting. One town official tells News 6 the limited communication and lack of transparency are frustrating. All right, the idea of AI data centers is not going over well in many Tampa Bay area communities. This time over in Hernando County, commissioners are taking up a proposal for a one-year moratorium on new development applications while officials look at things like zoning, land use, and infrastructure considerations. Several speakers at a Tuesday public hearing made their point very clear.
Commissioners, you have the ability to stop this right now and not be weak. Let's take a permanent stance of no data centers in Hernando County ever.
And it can work, right? Meanwhile, over in Lakeland, residents who opposed a data center in Polk County, a 600,000 square foot data center, may be able to claim victory.
Nice.
A developer called Kimley Horn was supposed to meet today with Lakeland officials to discuss building that center near Old Tampa Highway and Wilkinson Road. Kimley Horn, however, canceled the meeting, and a city website shows the project has been withdrawn. However, that may be premature. Apparently, the developer is going back to see the process, read the comments, and decide the next step if they're going to go forward. But people have...
These data centers have to go somewhere.
Yes,
no one wants
right.
no one wants them in their backyard, but they got to go somewhere.
They gotta go. Is the answer.
These cartoon versions of ourselves aren't going to generate themselves. We need AI for this.
Why don't they build them out over the ocean and use seawater to cycle through there to cool them off with?
How about an old oil drilling platform?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Well, apparently by the size, because it's too massive.
Yeah,
dude, just put it on like a gas oil station. Just double down on the environment.
I mean, it's already ruined there. Re-ruin it.
What was the size of the one you were talking about before the show today? Over 300 acres?
The one that I was reading about was the Microsoft CEO bragging about a 315-acre AI data center in Wisconsin, and they claim that bad boy isn't going to use more water than a restaurant in a single year.
Yeah. Did you? By the way, I looked that up. Do you know how big that is? In the area of real space where you can kind of visualize it? That's 227 football fields.
And that's in Wisconsin, my home state.
It's 1/2 of a square mile.
Then you also have air conditioning because electronics has to be.
Yeah. So, I mean, even here in our building, the servers that we have in this building stay in a room that stays 10 degrees colder than anywhere else in the building.
Our AC guy is here once a week.
Exactly. We're on a first name basis.
I drove by the front, the old High Life Fronton today, and I was noticing how many AC units are just on that building alone. I cannot imagine what it would cost. And that's not the computers that run the AI. That's just cooling the building.
Yeah, exactly. It's insane. All right, speaking of AI and all things tech, SpaceX is looking at a record $75 billion initial public offering. Reuters reports that the rocket company wants to sell more than 555 million shares at $135 apiece. It would be the largest IPO ever, more than twice the previous record holder, energy company Saudi Aramco. In 2019, the company would trade on NASDAQ under the ticker SPCX. All right, as the school year ends, Florida enters the 100 deadliest days of the year on the roads. Senator Ashley Moody is urging Florida families to talk to their teens about safe driving habits.
With record numbers of Floridians expected to hit the road this summer, we all have a responsibility to make smart decisions behind the wheel. That means buckling up, putting away our cell phones, and never driving under the influence.
So the period from Memorial Day to Labor Day typically reflects an increase in travel and deadly teen driving accidents with 8 a day. 8 a day. Now, during this time frame in 2025, there were more than 650 fatal crashes in Florida.
Jeez.
100 days, 650 fatal crashes.
That's so crazy.
Hey, we were just talking about him yesterday, but Central Florida Attorney Dan Newland is withdrawing his nomination for U.S. Ambassador to Colombia. I hope it wasn't because of the jokes I made about him being a blonde there.
He heard us?
Apparently. Doesn't everybody?
I'm sorry, Dan.
He was nominated by President Donald Trump in December 2024. Newland says he would not be able to fully invest in the role while rooted here in Orlando.
Yeah, it's a tough gig, man. I would agree. I mean, he runs a big-ass law firm. I don't know how you could be an effective ambassador with running a law firm that big.
It would be difficult. Yeah. All right, we talked about this as well, and it turns out an annual LGBTQ event is returning to the Orlando area. Gay Days will launch its 35th year on Thursday tomorrow. Organizers say this will be the biggest and best yet. Queen.
Don't call it a comeback.
Yeah, work.
Well, actually,
yeah.
You better,
easy.
Come on now.
Easy.
Easy,
dude. What are you doing over there?
The event will be held at the Holiday Inn and Suites, Orlando Southwest in Kissimmee. Gay Days is set to take place June 4th through the 7th.
My man doesn't say anything for 20 minutes and he lights that up. 20 minutes he's at their mum, and all of a sudden that's when he wants to spark in with.
All right.
I already cut the Dan Newland forehead joke. It was bubbling.
This is when you're happy to have a former MMA fighter on your flight. Here's a terrifying midair emergency forced a Chicago-bound flight. Go ahead, Jack. To make an emergency landing in Miami.
His hands behind his back.
Chill out, bro. Federal officials say
that always works.
Federal officials say Frontier Airlines Flight 3345 from Puerto Rico was diverted around midnight Sunday after a passenger tried to force open an emergency exit door.
Good Lord.
And then violently rammed the cockpit. The unruly man then allegedly choked a crew member before 37-year-old Josh Longgood, a former professional MMA fighter, sitting in the cabin, tackled and restrained him until the plane landed. The suspect, 51-year-old Juan Gabriel Reyes of Pahokee, is now in federal custody.
That's a bad decision, buddy.
You know what I find so funny? I just recently picked up, and I wrote this down because you have Delta, all these alpha, huge airline-sounding, safety-providing names. And then Frontier, like an adventure.
Right,
we don't know. The Frontier.
I think of horses when you think of Frontier.
You think of the Oregon Trail or dysentery.
Not air travel.
All right, Coral Gables is officially pumping the brakes on autonomous delivery robots following mounting accessibility complaints. City officials greenlighting a sweeping ordinance to target heavy sidewalk robots that completely block paths and straddle walkways. The strict new mandates ban the machines from loitering in public right-of-ways for longer than 30 minutes. Hey, everyone's got to take a smoke break.
Right, yeah, this is like the Waymos that park at the end of your cul-de-sac and fill up your cul-de-sac as they wait for rides.
Or better yet, drive through flooded roads or an active crime scene. So
all of these I think we're forcing this AI thing a little bit. I think we're forcing automation as a species a bit.
I think you're right. The mandate also requires them to give absolute priority to individuals with disabilities. Coral Gables is the second Miami-Dade city to pass such restrictions behind Miami Beach.
There you go.
All right, on the other end of the state, pretty much everyone everywhere is doing something special for America's 250, right? Well, that includes the Panhandle, where Washington County has plans to highlight its role in the American Revolution.
That's cool.
I didn't know this, but county officials announced yesterday the Tourist Development Council is going to help create a driving tour for the Revolution Road. The road is the east-west route used during the war to cross the Panhandle. 30 interpretive panels at 14 locations will show why the area was significant to our nation's history.
That's cool.
The road was first described by British Army engineer in 1768, and British troops used it to march between Pensacola and St. Augustine.
That's crazy.
So a ribbon-cutting ceremony will be held next month to mark the official launch of the driving tour, and you can get more info at WashingtonFL.com.
That's really cool. Today's the day that DeSoto landed in Florida.
Really?
Yeah, and then what you don't know about DeSoto was the first person to get past the Appalachian Mountains. So, I thought DeSoto came here and said, this is cool, and they kind of hauled ass. But that dude went north and went through the Appalachian Mountains. And by the way, they credit the Appalachians for stalling the us moving west because they couldn't figure out how to get their true property over the mountains. They hadn't forged a path yet through the mountains. They were so formidable that they couldn't do it. But I learned today that he did it.
Oh, trivia. Here we come.
Yeah.
I thought this was cool, though, because there's a huge steam engine. I think it's called Big Boy or Fat Boy or something like that. But it's on a tour from Chicago to Philadelphia. It won't be coming anywhere near the state of Florida. So it's kind of like, want to get our little pieces of, history with the American Revolution right here in the Sunshine State.
It's hard for things to come down to Florida. We're just this thing hanging off the Continental.
Yeah, we're the country's appendage.
Dude, we're like a
That's
polyp.
one way of calling it.
We're like a polyp or something.
America's skin tag.
Yeah, man.
And by the way, we're uncircumcised.
Damn right.
All right. Finally, I'm going to hope I pronounced
That's how
this
you get
correctly.
the keys.
Yeah.
Get to your religion. Poipu Beach.
What?
Poipu Beach.
Oh, that's so cute the way you say that.
Poipu?
Poipu Beach.
Poipu.
Poipu Beach in Kauai, Hawaii is being ranked as the best beach in America.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Ross, do you recognize this at all?
I couldn't tell you what beach I went to. I went to a black one.
Whoa, dude, easy.
No, man.
The sand is black, volcanic.
Oh, dude, too soon.
What a way to say that.
It's literally what it's called.
Yeah, okay.
The annual rankings are compiled by a coastal scientist at Florida International University. You know him. His nickname is Dr. Beach. The ratings are based on many factors, including sand type, wave action, crowding, and whether there are any lifeguards.
What?
So there you have it.
There you go.
And that concludes your JCS News.
Black Beach. Don't call Black Sand Beach.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
Around the belly face down on the mattress.
Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Wednesday, we are going to be expecting some morning showers and storms that'll give way to a windy and drier afternoon. Once these showers and storms depart, say around the midday to early afternoon hours, we'll be expecting temperatures today to only reach the low 80s. That's right, a high of around 81 degrees today in Orlando. That's almost 10 degrees below normal. We'll stay right around the low to middle 80s as we head into our Thursday before things pick back up into the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
Hey, Space Coast, storm season is here. Is your home ready? Renewal by Andersen is offering storm season savings with buy one, get one 40% off windows and doors, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 1 full year. Storms and hurricanes have caused tens of billions of dollars in damage across Florida annually, and that means now is the perfect time to prepare your home before the next storm is on the radar. The good news is Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact windows and doors are built for Florida homes homes, they're designed to help stand up to severe weather. Living along Florida's coast means dealing with intense sun, high humidity, and of course, storm season. Upgrade your home with strength and durability you can trust and protect the things that matter most to you this storm season. Schedule a free in-home design consultation where their experts will guide you through the full replacement process from design to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com and choose your savings today. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In Office Orlando.
It's Florida. You walk outside, you get smacked in the face with the sun, and it's hot out there. Put the sun to use for you. Start making electricity for your home with it. I'm talking about solar panels. It's a beautiful thing. I see more and more as I ride my bike through the neighborhoods. More houses adopting solar. You can as well. And now's a great time to do it with our friends at Solar Source because they have a rollback to pre-2020 pricing. They call it the Solar Source Price Rewind event. And the reason you trust Solar Source is because they are Florida's oldest and most experienced solar provider since 1984. They didn't just hop into the business because it's become, trendy lately. They have been doing this since the 80s with over 75,000 systems installed, and they offer an industry-leading 25-year warranty. They do great work, no pressure, no gimmicks, just expert guidance, great customer service, and they back it. Go to their website, solarsource.com, and tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you for exclusive savings.
I'm Michelle McPhee, and in my new podcast, Kingdom of Fraud, I'm unraveling the strangest criminal alliance I've ever reported on. A polygamist from Utah and an LA Armenian businessman.
$1 billion fraud.
But how long can this alliance last?
Is somebody coming after me?
Search Kingdom of Fraud on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
My obstructive hypertrophic cardiomyopathy kept me from baseball games with my boys. The stairs were too much. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved and I can be more active again. Camzyos is a cardiac myosin inhibitor, the first in its class to treat adults with symptomatic OHCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and ability to be active, and it reduced obstruction in the heart 4 times more.
In a 30-week study, Camzyos, mavacamten, reduced post-exercise obstruction on average 47 units of pressure versus 10 with placebo. Results may vary. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby.
Visit Camzyos.com or call 1-855-CAMZYOS. Actor Portrayal.
To everyone looking to add some extra flavor to their summer, come try the new Culver's Jalapeno Jack Pub Burger. Our team member Steven is here to tell you all about it.
When you're in the mood for delicious food between your road trips, pool days, and summer game days, you can always count on Culver's. All of our butter burgers are made to order with fresh, never frozen beef. And our Jalapeno Jack Pub Burger has just the spicy kick you need. Zesty pepper jack cheese, creamy jalapeno sauce, all on a lightly buttered brioche bun with juicy tomato and crisp lettuce. It's the kind of bold flavor that brings extra joy to every fun-filled moment. You can even make it a chicken sandwich if that's your thing. But like summer, it's only here for a limited time. So order now with the Culver's app. And don't forget to join Delicious Rewards to earn points with every bite.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Obviously, this is why YouTube was created. Obviously, at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Can't we just ask AI how to use a data center without using so much water? Because if not, there won't be any more water to run the data center and AI will have to shut down. So figure it out. You're supposed to be smart.
I'm a pretty new listener, and every day after the JCS news, I try to guess what the phrase is going to be after the dee-dee-dee. Today was the first day I got it.
Yeah!
Black Beach.
Black Beach. Good job, buddy. Appreciate that very much. Play along, everybody. Play along.
Thank you for listening.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I am Jim. Deb is right there.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yo.
Black Beach is here as well.
Don't call me that.
That's your new name, buddy. Black Beach.
It's Black Sand Beach is what I meant to say. I thought that's what it was called.
I mean, when you say that the omission of sand is kind of important there, I mean, I don't know. Listen, I'm a public perception kind of guy. It just feels like you should say sand between there.
That's the thing. It's not sand. It's a volcanic rock.
Okay, so well, say Black Volcanic Rock Beach.
That's too wordy.
Is it really?
That's not good marketing.
Black Beach is, however.
Yeah, it gets the people going.
It definitely got the people going. There's no question there. There is a new scam out there at the gas pump.
All right.
This is a story from North Lake Police Department. Not only North Lake I know is up in North New York, in northern upstate New York. But I guess they think it's called the screw scam.
I've been there.
Okay. The scammers jam a small screw into the nozzle cradle of a gas pump. Okay.
All right.
So that means when you finish pumping your gas and you hang the nozzle up, it doesn't go far enough down to cancel the order or to turn the pump off.
It stays active.
It stays active. Then they just come in behind you and lift the handle back up and keep pumping gas on your dime.
No, they're not, because I go in and buy a certain amount.
Do you really?
Today it was $40.
You do that?
I do.
You're the only person I know that does that goes in and just goes, I'll take 30 on 3, the way you used to do back in the day before you were paying at the pump.
I haven't paid at the pump in years.
Did something happen?
No, it's just the skimming devices and trying to stay ahead of it. I know paying with a credit card, but I usually also will need to get cigarettes, so I have to go in anyway.
Wait, you're a rarity.
Thank you. I've heard that before.
That is really rare. I know few people who go inside to pay for their gas anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost.
Because of this. Because you just can't trust the convenience isn't going to cost you in some other way.
Yeah, it says when you finish pumping, you hang up the nozzle. That screw blocks the cradle from going all the way down and turning the pump off, and then it of course telling you how much you got and everything like that. So when you drive away, the person who put the screw there just pulls up behind you, lifts the damn thing right back up, continues pumping on your dime, and theoretically, I guess, there's limits on those things, right?
Yes.
Like $125 or something.
I thought it was 100.
Was it 100?
Yeah.
I think that's set,
know.
and that's set by the vendor. That's not set by your credit card company, I believe, right? Although I did have a debit card at one point that would only allow me to spend a certain amount at certain places, which I found kind of weird. But they knew where you were scanning, so I could go certain places and buy something for $300 or $400 if I wanted to, swipe that thing and be no problem. But if I'm at a convenience store and I tried to do that, it would stop me at like $125 or $75 or something.
God, remember how long it took us to convince Jim that he needed to get off the debit card and go to a credit card?
I have that now. I only use my Apple Card for everything now.
Wow.
It took forever. Remember how long?
I do. Oh, he's so grown up.
I got to tell you, it's weird.
Thank you, Candace.
My Apple Card doesn't swipe. I can only use the chip. So I guess.
Do you have the physical card?
Yeah.
Why do you use it?
Well, I do only when I can't use my phone.
Okay.
But there are some gas stations that don't allow you to do it. 7-Elevens don't do that. You can't use You can't use your. You can't pay with your phone at 7-Eleven. What are you laughing at?
No, I wasn't laughing.
You did. You just laughed.
Yeah. Well, I laughed because you almost said Bluetooth.
I did almost say Bluetooth.
At least you were honest.
Throwing this out here, I love the way I get gas, and I try to tell as many people. It has worked out for me greatly. I have mobile Apple Pay. That's 3%. You should, and this is a must. This is easy, save, free money. You should be getting 3% back on your gas minimum.
Yeah.
And Apple Savings only, or Apple Card only does that with mobile gas stations. But then I just do the app. I don't pull out my phone. I mean, I pull out my phone, open up the app. I choose which pump that I am in front of, 6. And then it just goes right into the savings account, which then grows interest.
Did not know that. I use my phone as much as possible because even with the Apple Card, you get more cash back using your phone, Apple Pay, than you do using the physical card.
Yeah.
So I use my phone for damn near everything, but there are some places where I can't use it, and I use my card.
And I want to know the honest reason why they did that. I have yet to figure out why Apple has been so passionate about us using our tap to pay our phones to get rid of all the cards.
Yeah, I do not know the answer to that either.
Control.
It has to be.
It is.
It's control.
Think of Starlink, right?
But even then, that's still, you would have the same level of control to me. If you just still use the card, you're tracking everything.
Yeah, but theoretically, you could forget the card somewhere. Theoretically, you can not have a wallet. Other than your driver's license. And I've even heard that there are some states pushing to make that digital, where you could actually carry your driver's license on your phone, and that would be legit.
There's plenty of states, I believe, that
already do that.
That already do that.
I thought Florida was one of those trying. I didn't hear that. But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, buddy.
I could not tell you exactly why you get a better deal on your cash back when you use your phone versus a card. I would think maybe they're trying to show people that, granted, it's hard to get the public to change. So if you showed them a benefit to probably, if you ask maybe Jim and I, a better convenience of just, you don't have to have the card.
I think eventually they want to get rid of the cashiers. This is a way for them to control how many people they're going to need to work for them. Because if everyone plays with their phone.
Yeah. But even in the kiosk, when you go to Publix, you have your choice. You can still pay with your card if you want to. I always use my phone because I think it's just acclimating you to using it all the time. For me, it's Pavlovian almost. Like you get there, you look, you see that you can pay with your Apple Pay, and you bring your phone out and you pay for it.
I think the only time that sucks is when you don't have the choice. And what I'm thinking is like Brightline. So if you want to get any snacks or water before or after you get off the train, there is no way to get into the convenience store without your phone.
Oh, really?
There is no way to pay without your phone. And I could see where Publix and grocery stores still make themselves accessible to maybe an older generation that isn't as comfortable, or just those who aren't as comfortable with that kind of technology, versus places that are like, oh, yeah, no, if you don't have a phone with a way to pay, you can't get in.
Well, the funny thing is, and this has happened in a relatively short period of time, you guys know the Glass Knife?
Oh, yeah.
The very fancy
Love
bakery
them.
here in Winter Park in Central Florida.
Chocolate ganache cake.
This was the first business that I ever went to that went cashless. You could not pay for anything in cash. You could only use a credit card or your phone or whatever. And I remember thinking how crazy that was. Like, why wouldn't you do that? You're ruling out so many customers. And I was like, it was one of those things I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. And just a few years later, I'm like, I can't believe these people won't allow you to pay with your phone. Like it's completely flipped around. I never have cash on me. When I say never, I have not had $1 in my money clip for at least a month and a half. Not one. I haven't had any money on me forever. No cash. None. And it's wild. I hate it.
Some places prefer it because you're not paying that. I think they get charged
the credit card fee,
3.5%,
2.5%, something like that.
Let me tell you what, when you're paying for a wedding, you definitely want to have a checkbook on hand.
Oh, why is that? I just paid by check for something today.
No, even the vendors will tell you, trust me, when you go to pay that final catering bill, you're going to want to avoid that 3% credit card charge.
Yeah.
Because when you've got a catering bill of this much,
like $2K or something,
you're going to be paying this much in all those fees. It's thousands and thousands of dollars in fees you'd be paying.
Sometimes you write a check to someone and then they wait like months to cash it.
What happened, Jack? Tell us about it, Jack. What happened? Who would do this to you?
We're late for break, y'all.
I'm just saying, I have a check out there that's just floating.
How could you not do that? I gave you cash. I didn't. Cash money, player.
I had to look it up. And it's basically what Deb said. It's a control thing.
Yeah.
And they just want you to stay in the Apple ecosystem. It also strengthens their leverage when it comes to payments overall long term.
They're trying to make it a second nature thing. Like, you don't even think about it. Just grab your phone and pay. That's exactly what they're trying to do.
Before they put the chip in our heads.
Yeah,
At
407.
Walmart, you can't do that, but you can. I got caught without my wallet at Walmart, but I had my phone, and I couldn't do that. But he's like, but you can pay if you had the Walmart app. And I just happened to have the Walmart app with a credit card, so I was able to pay with the app at the register.
Control.
Yeah.
Control.
Control.
Janet Jackson said it best.
You know, real fast, quick, Deb, shame. I'm not going to get a chip in my head. I'm going to do what everyone else does. Leave it in our hands.
Right. It's right there on the wrist.
Well, I don't need it in my head. I got to be able to put it in my pocket.
Palm of the hand.
So you're not going to do Neuralink. Yeah, palm of the hand.
Yeah.
Sure, no problem with that.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Animal House next. Central Florida Zoo joining us. Stay tuned. We'll do that next.
Merritt Island Fest, featuring Landon McNamara and Inner Circle, June 6th and 7th. Details at merrittislandfest.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Sluggish traffic on I-4 eastbound right now between 192 and 535. Still, crews trying to clean up an accident. I-4 eastbound before Dirksen Drive. Right shoulder there is blocked. Also, lots of company on I-4 westbound between the beach line and 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
Tools Ace Hardware is Central Florida's Big Green Egg headquarters. That's right, offering the absolute largest selection of Big Green Eggs and accessories in the area. And right now, you can save big at Tools Ace Hardware for the month of May. Get $150 off medium and big large packages and $200 off extra large packages. And the Big Green Egg, of course, this is the original ceramic Komodo cooker, unique ceramic design and patented airflow system deliver unrivaled thermal properties and precise temperature control as well, up to from 200 to 750 degrees. It is a complete outdoor cooking solution, oven, smoker, grill, all in one, and it can handle everything from smoking tender ribs to baking a nice crispy pizza. Plus, every egg purchase comes with a limited lifetime warranty, and you can save yourself the trouble of putting it together and hauling it home because Tools Ace Hardware features free assembly and free local delivery on your Big Green Egg purchase. Let these guys do the heavy lifting.
East Coast. Merritt Island Fest is back this weekend at the Merritt Island Veterans Amphitheater. Saturday night, enjoy the reggae, jazz, and R&B fusion sounds of Article Sound System. Then Sunday, the legendary Inner Circle takes the stage. Plus live music, food, vendors, a surf expo, arts and crafts, and so much more. 2 nights, one unforgettable festival. This weekend. Get your tickets and info at merrittislandfest.com. That's merrittislandfest.com. Don't miss it. Space Coast, this summer's gonna be good.
How will we ever defeat the British?
By remembering what we're fighting for. General, a country of our own that will one day celebrate 250 years.
How will we celebrate, sir?
By going to Headquarter Hyundai, where every vehicle is $99 down.
99, sir?
Yes, $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai. Here. Great price reductions on 250 vehicles.
It sounds glorious, sir.
Oh, it is. America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance, new Tucsons, Elantras. Pay thousands less and get 0% financing for 60 months.
That credit, sir?
Those with a job and $99 shall drive away. Every vehicle, $99 down.
The 250 sales event.
At Headquarter Hyundai. Just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford Lake Mary. HeadquarterHyundai.com.
HeadquarterHyundai.com.
And no tax, right, sir? Well, plus tax and tag. Visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Check out some of the most in-demand properties on the market right now in Central Florida with the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Go to thenickley.com and click on Hot Homes.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Erin, whose migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies is easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. If you don't know what web goals are, consider yourself lucky. If you feel like helping out, go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
What to do, Colbert Crew?
Oh, yeah.
That's right, the beer crack is back. It's legal for me to drink. Today we raise beer to Chimborazo Day. I don't understand it. It's a day that celebrates the spot on the earth that's closest to the moon and farthest from the center of the earth. How can you be farthest from the center of the earth?
Maybe on a mountain? Something like that.
That's a good one.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031.
You cracked the code.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. So tough. Yeah. By the way, isn't it great that you have to remind somebody that you drinking alcohol is legal? I want to remind everybody out there I'm having a beer and I'm not breaking the law.
That's right. Probation said I could.
Who said I was getting defensive? Welcome back up, Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack. And Ross. That's true. Let's do Animal House.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery, tough, and scaly. It's time for Animal House with Deborah Roberts.
And you know Animal House is generously brought to us each and every week by Glenn Klausman, personal injury attorney. We'll tell you how you can get in touch with Glenn at the end of Animal House. But now, please join me in welcoming back zoo educator Josh Brandell, senior ambassador animal keeper Christina O'Donnell, and their special friend Mary the Tenrick from the Central Florida Zoo.
Yeah!
That's a lot.
I know. I almost forgot that
gotta work
last
on that
part there.
timing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah. How you guys doing?
Oh, there you go. Sorry.
No, not at all. How you guys doing?
Great. How about you?
There you go. Now it's official. We can hear you. How you guys doing, man? Everything good?
Yeah, it's busy. The summer is in full swing.
Yeah, I was going to say, Deb said it right.
She has that summer camp vibe to her, doesn't
walked
she?
in like a mom of 4, and they're all under the age of 3, and they are asking for everything.
Yeah, we have a class in our building, so we hear them all day long. They're usually pretty good. It's not that bad, but our 2 birds absolutely love the kids in there, and they are going absolutely crazy.
Just squawking like crazy?
Absolutely, and it's like, girl, we can't do this all day.
What kind of bird is it making all that noise?
A little Amazon parrot.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're loud, though, right?
Yes, they can absolutely. And she likes to yell mama, and she just is all over the place. So she is like 5 kids in one, for sure.
Yeah. So let's talk about this animal you brought today.
Yeah, so this is Meriadoc. She is Mary for short. She is a lesser Madagascar hedgehog tenric, which is a very long name, so we just say tenric. because it's much easier. But she's a really cool animal. She is endemic, or tenrics are endemic to Madagascar, as the name would imply when they say Lesser Madagascar hedgehog tenric. But I feel like scientists kind of mess people up because they're actually not related to hedgehogs at all.
I was going to say.
Yeah, so it's kind of mean that they put that in there, but it's just because they look very similar. I'm sure when they were discovered, they were like, oh, that looks like a hedgehog. And then the more we learned, they're actually not related at all. So in fact, these guys are more closely related to elephants, aardvarks, and manatees than they are hedgehogs.
Wow, that's so crazy. I was going to guess armadillo.
Yeah.
I was going to guess Ricky Tikki Tavi. That's a Ricky Tikki if you ask me.
So they're really cool animals, though, and it's crazy because they look so similar to hedgehogs.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mary looks like she's really young, but how old is she?
Mary, she's about 5 or 6.
Oh, okay.
What's the average life expectancy?
So we have one that is about 10, 11.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they get a little bit higher up there. That one's on an older scale. So I would say about 12-ish is the average. Yeah.
They're very cool, though, right? What do they feed on, like bugs and whatnot?
Yeah, so they're insectivores mostly. So we feed mealworms, which is Mary's favorite. We also give them chow, which is called insectivore. So that way it gives them nutrients that they don't get from bugs alone, but we give them crickets and mealworms and waxworms, a whole bunch of different things.
Damn, really? That's cool.
Yeah.
Are they, is it the word arboreal, or are they not?
No, they are. So that is a difference between them and hedgehogs, as hedgehogs stay on the ground, but tenrics are somewhat arboreal. So we have this climbing structure if she chose to climb on it, but they can climb up to short distances. They're not going to be like way up in the tree. You're not going to get them falling like iguanas out of the tree or any modified hairs, which have been made into quills. So they use that as defense, but they'll curl up if they feel defensive, but they can't curl up into a full ball like a hedgehog.
Live birth?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and they usually have around 5 to 7 little
Damn,
ones.
really?
Mhm.
Boy, they must be itty bitty when they come up.
Yeah, they're super tiny, and their quills are super soft because moms would not continue to do that otherwise.
So I mean, so she's like, if you were to pick her up, like it doesn't really look like she's prickly. She looks like she's perfectly soft, but she is prickly.
Oh, kind of like you, Jimmy.
So she's got those prickles, but they're really not that hard.
Oh, they're not, yeah.
Like if you touch like a hairbrush, that's really what it feels like.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
she's doing it kind of just to like trick predators.
Right.
If you put an apple and put a bunch of toothpicks in it, no, I'm not touching that. So
Yeah.
predators are kind of thinking the same thing there.
So its defense mechanism is to be a hairbrush?
Basically, yeah. Hey, it works.
So predated on by snakes and birds, I assume.
Really anything bigger than them.
Oh,
I
really?
mean,
That
some
sucks.
animals are going to be a little bit more stubborn than anything else, but I mean, they are on an island that has like fusa and lemurs and all that good stuff. Lemurs are going to be more frugivores, obviously, but fusa obviously would take the attempt if they could.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know what a fusa is, but that's fine.
They sound
Well, we have babies
vicious.
at the zoo now.
What is a fusa?
It is a animal
No.
that is from Madagascar. They're really interesting looking. I don't know if Josh has a better.
A mongoose cat.
Oh, really? Kind of looks like
Yeah,
like a weasel kind of looking thing, like an ermine looking thing.
Yeah, I mean it's like this weird combination. It looks like a small cat, but it's got like weasel like
Yeah.
features. They're
Yeah.
long and lanky, but we have little babies at the zoo.
I was going to
Interesting.
say that would be terrible for this animal because although they can climb, they're not going to be, that long, slinky kind of mongoose shape can really kind of catch them.
And by
Yeah.
the way, if you're on the website right now, JimCorbettLive.com, the tenric is crawling around on its thing. You can actually see a really good picture of it.
Yeah, and Fusa climb really well as well, so it would be just the tenrics have no chance against Fusa if they really wanted it.
That's a shame.
But for the most part, Fusas are going to go more so after like
Can
lemurs.
I ask a weird question?
Of course.
Do they nurse?
Yeah, so they do have mammary glands.
Do
so
they
they're
really?
like- mhm.
Wow. How long do I swear to God, Ross, I'm going to come over and pull both of those hairs out of your mustache.
You basically just had a meet the Fockers moment. Can we milk it?
I want to do a shot. So I mean, but
we did ask about live birth. Right?
how long do they nurse before they're out on their own?
So they're gonna live with their mom for about a year-ish, and then they're gonna kind of like wander off. But yeah, they're really fast growers. Gestation's only 50 days.
Oh, wow,
so
really?
I mean they're pretty ready to go.
Yeah, that's crazy. And are they very popular at the zoo? Do the kids love the tenric, or does it look too much like a hedgehog and it's not like exotic enough?
Let me tell you, we will have these huge animals we bring out. Like they're like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. You bring out this little animal that is the size of your palm, and every kid is like,
losing it.
Oh my gosh, I need it. These are showstoppers.
Really?
right here,
That's
yes.
awesome.
That That is cool. Now, speaking of lots of fun things to do with kids at the zoo, you've got quite a few fun events coming up for parents who've got, pulling their hair out, trying to figure out how to keep the kids entertained till school starts again.
Me.
What are some of the things you've got going on?
Yeah, if you're trying to keep the kids entertained or if you're just trying to get rid of the kids for a night, we got you. So just this Saturday, we've got Kids Night Out. So it's a night just for kids. So parents come, drop your kids off, and then go on your fun date. And then please come pick your kids back up because I don't want them.
That's a big positive.
But then after that, for Father's Day, we are doing free tickets for our dads and our granddads. So if you buy a general admission ticket, all dads and grandfathers get in for free. And then if you're again looking for a good date night, we have our Zudio Disco Party. Super big deal because it is our 50th anniversary party.
Which is killer.
It is going to be awesome. There is going to be DJs, animal meet and greets, food included. And let me tell you, the food at the zoo is like the best food.
That's awesome, man.
We have an on-site chef that makes these menus himself and everything. But for a date night, if you buy 2 tickets, you get a huge discount on that second ticket. So
nice.
Definitely recommend. And then if you're trying to go out with the kids, if you really want to, we have our Flashlight Safari, which is a night out at the zoo. So you'll get to go into the zoo with just flashlights.
And you say this is one of your favorite things at the zoo.
It is. It is a completely different experience being at the zoo at night. Let me tell you, it is. You can see the giraffe during the day, but when that tower comes out of the dark and all you see is the silhouette, it is a awe-inspiring moment, especially for your kids. So
that seems very cool.
Recommend it.
Hey, going back to the real quick, if you don't mind, going back to the kids' night thing where you can drop the kids off. How much is that per child?
It is about. But if you're a pass holder, it's about $30.
Okay, so $30, and that's babysitting for your kid for how long will it be?
It is from 6:30 to 10. So you're dropping them off 4 hours. You're dropping them off for a night.
Dude, Jimmy's thinking about finding a kid to drop off.
Dude, usually it's $30 an hour for a good babysitter that you can trust that won't murder your kid or sell them into prostitution.
Jimmy, your kids are old enough. Your kids are old enough. You don't have to.
And they get snacks?
And they get a snack, so they're not coming home hungry. So.
Yeah, that's great. There like an age limit?
It is from 5 to 12 years old, but
he can pass for it, Rob. You're good.
Yeah,
he's tall enough.
I was talking about me, dude. I'm trying to get free
he
snacks.
Can pass even with that mustache.
I was going to say, just give your kid the mustache.
Also, don't want to forget, you guys also have some new summer hours so folks can enjoy the zoo even longer.
Yeah, absolutely. I was helping out a different team this morning, and as I was helping clean a different space out in the park, because I'm normally behind the scenes, there were people walking around, and it was just past 8, and I was like, oh, this is new. So 8 to 3 is going to be all summer long until school starts up again.
Which is cool because it's just like Father's Day. It's a great, inexpensive way to get out, enjoy with the family, enjoy with the kids. But now with these later hours, you can do it and you don't have to suffer through the Florida heat and humidity to get it done. So
and you will see the animals act differently. If you're an early bird and want to show up at 8 a.m. before that heat hits, you will see some really cool animals.
Really?
Moments. Yeah.
I would imagine because everybody slows down when it gets really hot, right? Including the animals.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys feed them? Do people get to see you guys feed the animals?
Just depends on when they come in, but some animals are fed various times throughout the day, so people can see it then. But especially if people are coming right at 8, we're getting the enclosures set up, setting the food out there, and then animals are getting shifted out. So it's a good opportunity to see.
And the reason I ask is I know that some zoos do the big cat feedings during the days, and that's a big, that's a draw. They get to see the big cats eat, and they like that.
Yeah, they have been doing a lot more enrichment drops, which is great, and doing different items that really get the animals interacting with stuff that makes it really fun for guest viewing, but it's also really mentally stimulating for the animals as well.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So where do folks go to get all of the information about Kids Night Out, the Zudio 50 Disco Party, the Flashlight Safari, the new hours, tickets, and more on Father's Day?
Yeah, so just go right to our website, Central Florida Zoo, and you will find all of it on there. We have a nice little search bar, and you can just type in what you're looking for. And that website is one of the easiest to navigate websites I've been on.
It is unbelievably good.
It is.
And it's .org, by the way, right?
Yes.
CentralFloridaZoo.org. That's important because a lot of people put the .com thing on there. But .org, and when you do get there, it is so easy to navigate. Everything's really easy to find. The information is thorough, and all the prices are there. You can actually buy right through the website as well, can you not?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So book those dates. Now, is there any room left in your summer camps, or are those pretty much all filled up?
We might have some closer to the end of the summer. So if you're looking in the back half of July, early August, you might see a couple spots there. But for the most part, a lot of our camps are filled up. But just to see, go check out our website and you can see all of the availability there.
Cool. And once again, to that centralfloridazoo.org. I'll be posting the Animal House podcast in the next few minutes, just in case anyone missed your visit. But in the meantime, join me in welcoming Josh, Christina, and Mary from the Central Florida Zoo.
Love you guys.
Yeah, can't wait to see you
Absolute
again
best.
next month. And as always, Animal House is brought to you by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman over at Klausman Law. If you've been in any kind of an accident, it could be a motorcycle, truck, car, even a slip and fall. Here's a couple of reasons why you need to call Glenn. First, Glenn is going to handle your case. He's not going to pass you over to a caseworker. So much so that Glenn's going to give you his personal cell phone number and then pick it up when you call. Just a couple of reasons why year after year he's voted super lawyer and legal elite. He is an animal lover and truly is a friend of the show. So if you've been in any kind of an accident, give him a call, 407-917-1718, or check him out online at klausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN law.com.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Let's take a little break. Back in a second with Scott Maxwell from the Orlando Sentinel.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Gentlemen, everyone bring in their favorite piece of meat tomorrow,
And you will spank
and
it.
collectively, all four of us will spank the meats with our seasoning.
They won't care if we do it.
Yes, yes, they will.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Heads up, I-4 in Seminole County. The on-ramp from 434 to I-4 is currently blocked due to an accident there. Crash blocking the right shoulder, I-4 eastbound before you get to Dirksen Drive. Tapping the brakes between the beach line and 535 on I-4 westbound. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Rasmussen University is where passion meets education, offering over 60 career-focused programs ranging from nursing and early childhood education to business and IT. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up, there's a path here built for your goals. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Hey, it's me, Ross, and I'm brought to you today by my friend and personal hero, That Mortgage Guy, Don.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
This September, coming back to Las Vegas, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Tickets go on sale Friday, June 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific through AXS.com.
But starting June 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet?
Choose your wild this summer at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Get closer than ever at our largest, most immersive animal habitat, the all-new Lion and Hyena Ridge, opening soon. Delight in high-energy indoor shows and cooling water rides. And stay later for summer nights with coasters after dark and all-new drone and fireworks spectaculars on select dates now through August 9th. Go wild this summer at Busch Gardens. Save up to 25% on passes. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 30% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com, 800-LifeLock, 1-800-LifeLock, or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
Breaking news, it's been extended. The Memorial Day sales event, extended. RC is on site in DeLand.
Jan, these folks know how to party. It's Memorial Month, and it's been extended through Monday at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Memorial Day savings all month long. Look at this happy customer.
I was buried in my trade. I had like 20 payments left, but you got me out, RC. Woohoo!
That's right, I'm paying $3,000, $4,000, even $6,000 more for your trade. And what about you?
Well, I saved a heap of cash. Got a new Outlander, only $349 a month.
And Outlander SUVs received the highest IIHS safety rating. Plus, get 0% financing for 72 months.
They got 200 certified pre-owned, many under 20 grand.
RC got me approved with a local credit union. Yeah, I got a low rate, too.
It's Memorial Month. New Outlander SUVs, all the tech, third row seating, and a lifetime warranty.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand.
Just 2 miles off I-4. RCHill.com.
Offers plus tax tag entitled to qualified buyers.
Whether it's that check engine light, those streaky wipers, or that DIY fix you've been putting off, now is the time to visit Advance Auto Parts, your first stop for parts, service, and reliability. From quick fixes to big jobs, we've got you covered. Need a new battery, brakes, wipers, oil? Everything you need is right here, along with people who really know cars. With Advance, you can always count on fast, friendly, and dependable service. Never settle for anything less. Visit Advance Auto Parts today.
Sell your home fast and for the most money with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Hey, it's the News Junkie. And I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
On Plus Nicotine Pouches present Comfort Chronicles. A 10 o'clock tea time. How comfortable. You show up in stretchy shorts, a breathable tee, and maybe no socks. Let the dogs breathe. While others sweat in pleated khakis, you're in your comfort zone bombing drives. And in your pocket, On Plus Nicotine Pouches. The softest pouch on the planet. Buy a can at onnicotine.com. Products for tobacco consumers 21 years of age or older. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. Fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Our call with Scott Maxwell is brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. You know, it's not just home loans. That Mortgage Guy Don also does commercial and SBA, Small Business Administration loans too. And if you want to buy a business or franchise, That Mortgage Guy Don has your back with over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. You can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey guys, happy day. Jim, I promise I am not picking on you. It's taken me 3 attempts to record this. But when I hear you doing a live read, you start to slowly kind of trip up on your words. I picture like a fat guy running downhill and his body gets over his feet and he's trying to speed up to get his legs back up underneath him. But good on you, Jimmy. Stick with that one.
Yeah, I cannot believe. I'm going to take that one back. I'm not going to make Ace pay for that one. Yeah, new copy. That's it. I didn't read it before I did it. And yeah, it's kind of wild. Happens.
It does.
It does.
And you saved it.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. I'm Jim. There is Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yo.
And so is Ross.
Believe in yourself.
Every single Wednesday around this time, this good friend of ours drops by to talk about things happening in the world. He writes for the Orlando Sentinel. You can read his columns Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Guys, good and loud for Mr. Sweet Heat, the Truth Dragon, Scott Maxwell.
Yay!
He's wearing maroon. It's a new color for him.
It is a new color for you.
What's going on?
I got to tell you something funny, Scott, before you make a comment, right? When I see your picture on our screen, by the way, you can go to JimColbertLive.com and watch Scott do a segment. The black mic that you have in front of you makes it look like you're wearing a red cardigan.
Like Mr. Rogers.
Like Mr. Rogers, yeah. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Hey, and good luck with finally getting a hang of this radio thing.
I'm zoning in on it, Scott. I'm zoning in on it. I've got it captured here. What's going on?
If that was the friendly advice, I don't want to hear that guy's unfriendly observation.
I couldn't read a tenth of this texting service on a daily basis, though.
It's harder than what people realize. And I think Jack will remember this. Years ago, when I was calling into the Phillips file, they had, I don't remember what stupid game show it was, but you had to scream your name. That's all you had to do to buzz in, was say, Scott, you did it. And I got so flipped up, they turned it into a sound bite. I couldn't remember my own name.
It happens.
I think it went something like blah, 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 blah.
I've also yelled that at least twice in my life. So, your column about the property tax situation, is that what we're doing today?
Actually, I wrote today about Florida Power & Light, but let's talk. But you and I talked about the property tax, and that's all good.
If you don't mind, if briefly, because I kind of plugged this before the program today. I texted you the other day we were talking, and I said this seems like a wolf in sheep's clothing kind of scenario. It's getting put out there as a property tax, omission, and people, of course, on the short seam see this thing as a, oh my God, well, if I don't have to pay my property taxes, that's that much more money I get to spend a year. Not really kind of factoring in on the cost of that for communities. Can you give us a brief overview of kind of what that may look like?
Yeah, and I should disclose that I haven't read the fine print of what they passed, which, by the way, makes me just like all the legislators who passed this legislation. This is probably the most consequential financial thing that has ever, and I do not say that lightly, that has ever happened in the state of Florida. And it went from surfacing to passage in less than 48 hours. I know they did not vet this program, and it's going to have a massive impact. And I also don't suffer any delusions. I will be shocked if this does not pass, if it gets on the ballot. I think even people who kind of think, I know we're supposed to pay for cops, I know we're supposed to pay for firefighters. When they get into the ballot and they look at their property tax bill and they're going, wait, you're telling me I'm not going to have to pay whatever the amount is, $700? I think they're still going to vote yes.
Emergency management in a hurricane-ridden state.
Oh yeah, it's everything.
It
is everything. Property taxes are what pay for most of what local governments provide, and basically, there's little niches to this program, but it basically is going to exempt. If right now you have about the first $50,000 of your house property taxes exempted, it'll become $150,000, and then $250,000, and they ultimately want to get to $500,000, which I think exempts most properties altogether, residential. What's interesting is that I think Orange County, places like Orange County and Orlando, they're going to take a big hit, a massive hit. I mean, don't kid yourself. Cops will be laid off. I can't see any way that things like this won't happen. This is what funds them. That's how it works. But the impact is not going to be nearly, and this is what you and I were swapping texts about, the impact is not going to be nearly what it is in small rural counties and in bedroom communities. Take a place like DeBary, for instance. DeBary doesn't have manufacturing. DeBary doesn't have businesses or commercial interests that are doing there. All DeBary has is homes. That's it. That's why it's called a bedroom community. So if you're telling that community, hey, you're not going to be able to collect taxes on the only thing that you have in your community, I heard from somebody who would know up there that said there's a chance their town may fold. because and that I think that will happen with some places.
We heard today. We heard today. I guess that there's a possibility that they will combine counties.
Yeah,
because counties singularly, some of these counties will not be able to survive on their own. That they would have to literally combine resources to make sure that area is covered. That is,
think Wakulla County, Levy County, Gadsden County, all of these counties specifically up in the Panhandle where they have prisons and Walmarts. That's it.
You are exactly right, Deb. Gadsden is one that I thought of. Gadsden's interesting because it's right outside Tallahassee, but just dirt poor.
I don't understand.
And you know what? There are some people who are going to hear what you're saying and say, well, good. If you got a combined thing, that's more efficiency. Well, it's not going to be as good if it's 15 minutes for the cops to get to your house because when you have an emergency, because instead of a substation in every neighborhood, there's one in every 7 neighborhoods.
And then also think of the fact that people that are now all of a sudden you look at them and go, oh, Florida doesn't have any property taxes. Here we come.
Now, time out. Because
that's true. And no matter what people may think, Florida is already an incredibly low tax place. We don't have income taxes, right? Yeah. And I don't think I'm arguing we need to, but we're one of the few states that don't have income taxes. Well, you have to pay for things one way or another. And you only have a handful of choices. You can do income taxes, you can do sales taxes, and you can do things like gas taxes, which don't add that much, or you do property taxes. This state has institutionally said we're not going to do income taxes, we're going to do property taxes. And the thing that's most telling about this, in my estimation, is this is politicians from Tallahassee who've decided they want to offer a tax break that they're not willing to pay one bloody dime for. They're not cutting their spending. Right. They're not cutting it in the executive office. Nope. They're not cutting it at Visit Florida. They're not cutting anywhere else. They're telling the cities and the counties that they have to do it. They want credit for a tax break that they're not going to have to pinch pennies to make happen.
I don't understand because I saw on the news last night the Florida CFO, Chief Financial Officer Blaise Ingoglia, say after traveling the state, he sees so much waste that all they have to do is cut out the waste and then they will have plenty of money.
I am not sure there is a bigger buffoon in this state than this state's CFO. He's got about as much qualifications to be an auditor as Homer Simpson has to be a pastry chef. I mean, all he does is throw these numbers out there and say Orange County, and this is the number he actually uses, has overspent by $300 million. And then anybody asks him, and I mean, the Orlando Sentinels asked him, WKMG, Channel 6 has asked him. They say, what is that $300 million? He will not answer. He's big, tough talker, Betty Crocker on Twitter, but when you get into specifics, he has absolutely nothing. It's a clown show. It's a circus act. So there's not much specifics here, and he's not going to be the one who suffers.
And that's been my issue, right? Blaise Ingoglia has been on this firestorm of a trip around the state of Florida, going through everyone else's books, telling them how they're misusing taxpayer money. I am all for government oversight and getting rid of fraud, but let's start with Tallahassee.
Yeah,
let's start with Alligator Alcatraz. Yeah. Yes. That was one of the things that WKMG, to their credit, said they tossed out to their viewers. They said, "What questions would you like to ask?" And I think to hear them tell it, like, every single one of them was like, well, why haven't you audited Alligator Alcatraz? Yeah. I mean, this thing was such a boondoggle. The Trump administration, let me say that again, the Trump administration said we need to shut it down. And it hasn't been audited. We got, what was the contract for porta potties? More than some cities spend in an annual budget. And he won't answer questions about this. This is not a serious person.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Well, I would urge everybody as that comes around to vote for that they really do the research and kind of read how that's really going to affect your community. That's the number one thing, because what also could happen is as these municipalities try to do projects, let's say if the project's $10 million and the municipality can say, well, we come up with 5 of that, and they go to the state for the other grant. Maybe it's a park, maybe it's a building for kids, maybe it's whatever, who cares? Upgrades to the infrastructure. The state is going to be able to kind of say yes or no to that, and dependent on how that county votes or how that county feels or what that mayor is like. I mean, theoretically, the state could either pull strings to whomever wants to get whatever they need.
That's exactly right. And I don't think this is the last word in this thing. There have been some suggestions that there may be litigation because it may be unconstitutional. And I know everybody can file a lawsuit, but I've looked at this a little bit. I think there may be some merits to that. I don't understand from a simple separation of powers thing how, the state can dictate what local governments can do. If a local city decided they wanted to take a vote, but let's say you take a vote and the people of Orange County say, hell no. I want to, we want to keep property taxes paying for roads and parks and everything else. But statewide it passes. How do you tell Orange County they can't collect property taxes anymore? And if it does pass, I mean, like Deb said, I mean, folks like Deb and I got into this business to watchdog government people. We write about wasteful spending all the time. But if something like this passes, don't you dare. And you vote for it. Don't you dare ever complain about a pothole. Don't you dare ever complain about a bus that's only running once every 2 hours.
Or your
Don't
library
you dare complain
that
about a
closed.
park that's not.
And God forbid your bridge get washed out by a hurricane.
Or not even a hurricane.
I mean, this is a something for nothing mentality in my estimation.
Yeah.
This is people who expect things and don't want to pay for things. And there's the old expression, my God, man, we're living in a society for generations. People understood that. And I think this is a lot about this younger generation. Oh my God, I sound like a boomer. But by younger, I mean my age. I mean, I think the older generation, the greatest generation, understood. We all had to pay to make things happen. And we've got this entitled folks who are just told that they should get everything for free. And that's what it seems to be.
Well, like I said, read about it when that vote comes up. Make sure you're informed to make a good decision that could really help your community and go from there. What else did you have for us today, buddy?
Oh, well, I had something on FPL, and I wanted to just mention this briefly because, Jim, every time I write about this at Florida Power and Light, I think of you.
We'd actually reported on this.
You gave me a wake-up call because we were writing about all these ghost candidates things, and we'll talk about that if we want in a minute, and why they were financing this. And at one point in time, a few years ago, you said something like, I just don't understand why they're dumping this much money into something, and into all this stuff. And I realized I don't think we had done a good job of explaining what Florida Power and Light has at stake. The reason I'm talking about it now, and the reason your listeners might want to care, is Florida Power and Light is already the largest utility in the state of Florida. It is one of the largest utilities in the United States. It last week announced a bid to take over a company called Dominion that provides power in North Carolina, Virginia. It would become the largest utility, for-profit utility in the United States of America. So all of a sudden, watchdogs in other states are saying, well, let me check out Florida Power and Light. It's actually their parent company, NextEra. All of a sudden, these watchdogs are saying, well, let's see what Florida Power and Light has been doing in Florida. And they started looking and they went, holy, you know what? Because this company has been pulling strings. And I mean, this ghost candidate sandwich, we don't need to get into all of, but it was basically about rigging and fooling elections to try to get candidates into the Senate who were supportive of FP&L. 5 people were either convicted or went to prison, or sentenced for this thing. For these were felonies and misdemeanors that went there. It was all about getting sympathetic people to the industry. Another thing they were caught doing that I know steams Jack's clams a few years ago, one of their lobbyists actually wrote a legislation that said solar energy, if you put solar panels on your house, you're not going to get paid as much. Now, the obvious motivation for a power company to do that would be that you don't go solar. You need to keep paying FP&L or OUC or Duke Power. I mean, they actually wrote the legislation. They handed it to a legislator. They gave the legislator $10,000 in campaign money, and then the Florida legislature passed it. This is how this company has traditionally done business, and I think you're seeing like the New York Times, and you're seeing other folks say, holy crap, is this what we have to look forward to if NextEra becomes the largest utility in America? And I think we are the blueprint for that.
Yeah, 100%. Unbelievable, dude.
So,
yeah. How are they supposed to fund that secret, the
Tallahassee bar?
The Tallahassee bar.
Oh, you always forget about that.
I never forget about that.
The one where they swear, where Randy Fine, among other people, swear that since legislators aren't allowed to take gifts, they use the honor system, and they are given things, and they just put whatever they think they owe into the kitty.
If Randy Fine told me the sun was coming up tomorrow, I would just sit and wait.
Yeah. Oh, I have one little piece of trivia that maybe, and I apologize if you guys have done this. Did you see that the judge in the Kennedy Center case, the one who told Donald Trump he couldn't put his name on the Kennedy Center and couldn't control it? Did you know he's an Orlando guy?
No, I did not know that.
He went to Trinity Prep, played basketball there.
Really, it's funny.
Actually, I found this case interesting because normally when Trump gets a ruling, the first thing he does is just say, he lashes out at the judge and says, we're going to fight it all the way. Man, he went full tilt poopy pants on this verdict. He said, well, I don't want the Kennedy Center anymore, and I'm giving up, and it's a stupid, lame art institution anyway, and Congress can have it.
Yeah, and it was wild because it is perfectly clear that Congress is the one that makes the decision on whose name is on that, who names what, how it's funded, all of that stuff, and he just circumvented all of that and had a company put his name in front of it, and it is
he's busy. He's got his ballroom, the 250 party he's headlining,
the UFC thing,
the ARC, the UFC, the ARC they're building, and a little war in Iran.
Yeah,
he's busy.
Yeah, the UFC infrastructure, interesting. I guess he made a statement yesterday. He goes, I like it so much I'll just leave it up. It's kind of like our Eiffel Tower.
Oh, Lord.
No, I didn't see that. Did he say that?
I think he did, yeah.
Are you sure that wasn't the Onion?
And see, you don't know anymore.
Yeah, you don't know anymore.
No,
Yeah. He goes tweet crazy. You don't know what's going on.
So real fast.
Well, we're actually heading up to the nation's capital, that area around the 4th. So I'll give you a report from the ground when we get back.
Trump's name is on the Kennedy Center, correct?
Yes. It's a Donald Trump and
but
yes.
Is it still? It's still going to remain like that? Or
no,
they're
that's what
taking
the
down?
Judge said. The judge said that this building, which was created by a law passed by Congress, which said this building shall be named the John Kennedy Center and run by and controlled by Congress. The judge said, "You're not a dictator, and you can't just unilaterally decide this law doesn't have to be." Paid attention.
Yeah, he said it. I just looked it up while you were talking, and it said, he said the massive steel and wire mesh built on the White House South Lawn for the June 14th UFC Freedom Fights 250 should stay as a permanent fixture. I guess he, in a video to TikTok, he compared the temporary octagon structure to the Eiffel Tower in Paris, noting that it was quite attractive and adding, we may never, ever take it down.
Maybe we should get the Bithlow Crasherama up there, too. It's sort of like the Grand Prix.
Yeah, just like it. All right.
I want to see Gravedigger on the front yard.
In the White House lawn?
Why not? At this rate.
The East Wing's already destroyed. Maybe he can just kind of roll over that.
We'll send Ronald McDonald, keep the clown theme going.
All right, buddy. Always good seeing you. Good laugh for Scott Maxwell, guys.
Yay!
Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays in the pages of the Orlando Sentinel. You, of course, can go to orlandosentinel.com and get your subscription and read it when you get it. It's that easy.
You guys have a great week. Thanks so much.
You as well, buddy. Good seeing you, man. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Sure, AI can mimic emotions, but it'll never understand the primal rage of spilling hot coffee on yourself while on air. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for today, after some morning showers and a couple of thunderstorms, we'll be expecting these rain and storm chances to gradually fade throughout the rest of our Wednesday. Other than that, though, it will turn quite gusty. This is all courtesy of the front that is causing some of these showers and storms. As a result, plan for wind gusts as high as 30 to 35 miles per hour and temperatures to only warm into the low 80s today and tomorrow. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Rev up Father's Day gift giving at summitracing.com. You'll find unique gifts, parts, tools, accessories, and more. Or give the perfect card, a Summit Racing gift card. Shop summitracing.com, plus enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase.
Man, there's no question that when you have plumbing problems in your house, the entire thing stops moving. That's right. No showers, no flushing toilets, no working sinks. It sucks. It's the worst. And that, my friends, is why it's always smart to have a reputable plumbing company on call. And for me, it's easy. That is Modern Plumbing Industries. These guys are amazing. I've, rarely experienced customer service like this or professionalism at this level. From houses to high rises, they do everything. Employee owned, and they've been in business since 1975. All plumbing issues, gas issues, water heaters, and so much more. And look, when you book your appointment, make sure you mention the Jim Colbert Show for a $50 discount. And that's on all, guys. Free water heater flush with any service call. You can get $200 off any water heater installation. These guys are all about it. Call for 24-hour service, 407-327-6000, or get them online at modernpi.com.
48 countries.
Only one winner.
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live. Every unforgettable moment wherever you are. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
The world will be listening.
Now is a great time to make improvements inside your home and by replacing the flooring. And you can do that at Core Flooring Center in Winter Park. It's our buddy Corey. I say now is a great time because right now he has 10% off all flooring and installation starting at just $1 a square foot. And Core Flooring has a huge selection of wood flooring, made in the USA, waterproof laminate, vinyl planks, and carpeting as well. I recently replaced the flooring in 2 of my rooms. Could not be more pleased, not only with the product, but the installation as well. They did such a fantastic job. Core Flooring Center recently voted Best Flooring Company in the Best Choice Awards for Orlando. They offer you a lifetime installation warranty and a best price guarantee. So if you have a quote, bring it to Corey. He guarantees to beat it. Tell him Jack sent you, save an extra $50. And he's going to donate to Save a Life Pet Rescue, a no-kill shelter. Great guy, great product, great service, all at a great price. It's Core Flooring Center in Winter Park, online at coreflooringfl.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for your trade-in too. At Greenway Kia, over 40 dealerships bid for your trade, so you can be confident you're getting the best value possible for your trade-in. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Negative equity refinanced. Expires 6/5/26.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks, like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 407-706-9137 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 407-706-9137 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 407-706-9137 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 407-706-9137.
Sunnyside drains.
My drains are backing up.
I'm counting imaginary llamas. 8, 9.
What about my drain?
Wait, sheep are more fun. 10, 11.
I should have called 12, Frank Gay.
13.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
Frank Gay Services are the plumbers you can count on. From clogged drains to leaky pipes, we fix it all. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
C-Lane here, and guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction or PE show up in the bedroom, you know that's not something that fixes itself. It might be time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. A lot of guys are calling. They're very helpful, and they want you to avoid surgery. They told me that's one of their big goals. They have painless procedures, and surgery is painful, it's invasive, and it's expensive. And they don't want you to have to go through that. They want you to go through their painless procedure, and 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. So if you're still relying on pills, if you're having to up your dose, it's time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. They're getting guys back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call the incredibly helpful, the incredibly knowledgeable folks at Premier Men's Medical Center and find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Are you offended yet? Obviously, we're only kidding. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Just curious if anybody on the show has seen the movie Idiocracy, because that is the direction we're heading.
It's funny how many people are that are for these property taxes. You'll never truly own your home. The government will always have a little piece of it. Why do you people want that? Why?
Nobody said you
get
people...
Get the money from the tourists. Get the money from all the gambling and the Florida Lotto and all this stuff. Get the money from that. Get the money elsewhere. Why would you not want to truly own your home and not have the government involved? It makes no sense.
Oh, man. There's too much to unpack.
There is a lot to unpack there, buddy. It's hard to kind of map this out for everybody so they understand it, because what happens if you just read limited information and you have a limited scope on what you're looking at? I mean, how do you like your roads, dude? And by the way, the gambling and the lottery money's already spoken for. You got to remember that took care of the education in Florida, right? That's what pays for the education. See, what happened with the state of Florida is they told you, hey, the lottery's gonna subsidize the education. But then what happened was, behind the scenes, what you didn't see is they completely defunded the education and then completely funded it with the lottery. So that's done. The tourist information, you've heard Scott talk about that for the longest time. What's that, $300 million? You think that's going to replace property taxes? I mean, I would just ask you to look at the entire picture. Nobody likes paying property taxes, and I semi-agree with you. That's the case. Come on in, yeah. But the fact is that money does have to come from somewhere. If you do want a cop, so you want fire men to be able to come and help you, you want FEMA to help you during hurricanes, that money has to be coming from somewhere. And it's a lot of money, dog. Just go read about it a little bit more. That's all I'd ask you to do. I mean, I'm not against a property tax reboot, but my God, man, when you're talking about wiping it out, I know that that's not the entire thing. I mean, you're talking about possibly, I mean, did you hear what they said? Combining counties because they would not be able to survive on their own? I just educate yourself a little bit. I'll do the same thing, by the way.
Yeah, texters say, they should diversify. The government should.
Sure.
And not only rely on property insurance, property taxes. For the income.
Understood.
But the tourist tax, there's rules on how that gets spent.
Right, that has to make it through Congress. Then you have to get through legislation and lobbyists that deal with that.
There's so many rules with city and county government that so many people are not aware of. And the rules that apply to DeBerry or Apopka, unfortunately, are not rules that are even being followed in Tallahassee.
Right, yeah.
This has such wide-reaching effects that by the time we put it into law, we can't undo what we have done.
So you're not supposed to pay for things like the police and the fire,
your library,
all of that stuff that you're just expecting to get that for free?
Your pet shelter. Every county has their animal services.
Yeah,
right.
There's a lot of things out there
that
it covers for sure.
There's a huge amount of consumer services that are provided by cities and counties. If it were that easy, it would have been that easy to fix.
Yeah, and obviously this is also meeting with a lot. I mean, if you read nationally about what we're trying to do, think about how other people are looking at this, how other government officials are looking at this. I mean, it's really difficult to explain where the money's coming from. You just heard Scott say when Blaise Angoli is asked about it, he doesn't have any questions, doesn't have any answers where the money's coming from. So again, just read up on a little bit, and obviously we'll all follow along as it happens. So welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yep.
And so is Sauce Daddy.
It's true.
Yeah, you're in here a little early today. I like that. How you doing?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. I feel like I had an entourage to greet me today, too. It was great.
Colette Fair is here. You remember her book, The Cost of Quiet, which is doing quite well, by the way.
Thank you.
Man,
yes.
you're everywhere. I mean, you are legit everywhere.
It's kind of ridiculous.
It is a lot. Has it been a little overwhelming?
It has been a little overwhelming. I mean, it's fun. It's exciting. I'm glad the book's doing well. But also sometimes I'm like, I got to get a regular life going again here, you know?
Like, I don't know how you I don't know how you meet these media requirements to keep it. And it's super important to do that because selling a book is difficult these days.
Very.
I read that the average author, when you read about what they sell, like 250 books.
Yeah,
like if that. Right. When you think about it, I wrote a book, it's going to sell 200 copies. And a lot of times they'll buy those themselves. It's just a weird thing.
Exactly. And even the things that used to work the way publishing was in the old days, even 10 years ago, it's so much harder because there's so much saturation. People are self-publishing and it's harder than ever on the author to sell the book. Yeah.
Ross, you had something?
I'm more curious of what it's like to write a book. I mean, how many rewrites? If you told me to write a book, it would be like 5,000 pages, and then I would have a panic attack by going, how do I make it into 300?
Okay, that's actually what it's like.
Writing is rewriting, and that's the most profound thing I've ever heard when it comes to creating anything that you're proud of. So what's that rewrite like when it comes to a self-help book?
Yeah, it's such a great question. Someone else was asking me this earlier today. I was on a podcast, so I was reflecting back on the process. I first wrote it stream of consciousness. I decided to write the book. I set the time on my schedule, like they say, got up at 5 a.m., wrote all weekend, and just let it pour out of me and a really bad, rough draft, right? They have another term for that I won't say on the radio. And that helped me to actually get it done because you can get really stuck in procrastination. But then I had to go back and really reorganize the whole thing. And once you submit it to a publisher to get a contract, you've got to have all your chapters organized and you have to submit 2 fully written chapters for a nonfiction self-help book.
Right.
So then I had to structure it. Then once I got the deal, I had to spend 4 months. I took off from my practice just to write all day, every day. And then there's another year of editing back and forth.
Good Lord. All right. Well, Colette Fair is here. She wrote the book, The Cost of Quiet. It's about relationships. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little break, right? So we're going to take some calls during this segment. We're going to have Colette in for 2 segments. So if you have an issue with a relationship or you've had a relationship issue and you would like some advice or maybe some guidance, Colette is here today for us for a couple of segments. We're going to have some fun, talk about it. And actually, when we take a little break, we'll come back and even talk about the process of writing the book a little bit more as calls start coming in. Are you cool with that?
Great.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll do that next.
Your chance to win $2,500 is just minutes away with the $250K USA giveaway. Presented by HBN Bath on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Earlier accident on the on-ramp from 434 to I-4 eastbound has been cleared. Just some residual delays in that area. Tapping the brakes between the beach line and 535 on I-4 westbound. Accident reported Orange Blossom Trail at Old Tampa Highway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by OUC.
With OUC rebates, you can upgrade your home with energy or water-saving improvements and get money back. From AC systems to irrigation updates, long-term savings start here. Don't just go green, get green. Visit OUC.com/getgreen.
You know, it's not just home loans. That mortgage guy, Don, also does commercial and SBA, Small Business Administration loans as well. And if you already have an existing SBA loan with, say, a rate of 9% or more, then today is your lucky day. And that's because that mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. Maybe you want to buy a business or franchise. That mortgage guy, Don, has your back with over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. prices, and you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Dan Dennis here. Look, I don't need an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every single day, and it's awful. So do me a favor. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Just call Mo.com.
Man, I'll tell you something. If you live in Central Florida, you know that heat is going to be unbearable for at least till November. That's why it's super important to have a great HVAC company on your side. For me, it's easy. That's Mills Air. These guys have been in business since 92. That's 30-plus years of experience keeping you and your family nice and cool all summer long. Look, their techs can service any brand out there. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. But check this out. If you do happen to need a new unit, Mills Air is there to the rescue. These guys are Carrier Factory authorized dealers. That's super important because it could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today. It's 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. It's millsair.com.
America is turning 250, and iHeartRadio is celebrating with $250,000 in cash. Weekdays through July 4th, listen for your chance to win $2,500 so you can take the ultimate American getaway with iHeartRadio.
This contest brought to you locally by HBN Bath. HBN Bath can transform your bathroom into a beautiful modern space in as little as 1 day. No mess, no hassle. Plus, get 0% financing for 18 months or up to $2,500 off your complete bathroom remodel project. Restrictions apply. Visit hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975.
The game started. Call your dad. I'm on it, Ma. Hola, Pa.
Hello, hijita. I can't hear you. I'm at the stadium in Monterrey.
Here, shout goal together. Get nonstop talk, text, and data in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada with T-Mobile, America's best network. Switch on the T-Life app or on T-Mobile.com/connectate. On qualifying plans, not for extended international use. You must reside in the U.S. In primary usage must occur on our network. Best based on analysis by Ookla. Speed test intelligence data to H 2025.
At Bill Ray Nissan on 1792 in Longwood, they do business the right way. Drive home right now a 2026 Nissan Pathfinder or a 2026 Murano with 0% APR or get up to $4,000 customer cash. See dealer for details. Visit Bill Ray Nissan today. This America 250, celebrate freedom with a drive you can count on from Bill Ray Nissan, 1792 in Longwood. Bill Ray Nissan, 100 years of trust, service, and community. Driving Central Florida forward, BillRayNissan.com.
Looking for something different to do this month? Come explore the St. Johns River on the St. Johns River Ship. The St. Johns River Ship is packed with unforgettable events on the water, from elegant themed high tea cruises to high energy nights like Rockin' on the River, live shows, and specialty dinner cruises. Celebrate holidays, theme parties, or just enjoy a night out with incredible food, entertainment, and scenic views. Don't miss what's coming up next on the river. Visit stjohnsrivershipco.com. That's stjohnsrivershipco.com.
Kick off the summer stress-free and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Hey, it's Jack, and in a shifting market, selling your home shouldn't add more stress. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you don't have to worry about repairing your scuffed-up walls or fixing your leaky faucet. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer program allows you to bypass the market, receive an all-cash offer, and close in as little as 21 days. Take it from one of their clients, Selena, who said, Mark Spain Real Estate was phenomenal. Prior to working with Mark Spain Real Estate, my house had been on the market for over 3 months with no success. After I met with Mark Spain Real Estate, they completely turned things around for me. I closed on the sale quickly, just as they promised. With over 13,000 5-star reviews, you can trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home quickly and for top dollar. Find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Here's your spring upgrade. Sun's out. Drink in one hand and a free Samsung Galaxy phone in the other. All on unlimited 5G. Switch to Total Wireless and stay connected through every road trip, beach day, and everything in between. Now that's a total power move. Offer ends 7/8/2026 or while supplies last. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited or Max 5G plan, single or multi-month plan. Additional port-in ID verification or device financing requirements vary by device. Purchase limits apply.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit hbnusa.com.
live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Birthday. That's birthday. Enter it now.
At work? Just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack.
Yeah.
And Ross.
No, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah. How long ago, Mike, if you don't mind, how long ago did you, has The Cost of Quiet been out? By the way, Colette Fair here with us, author and licensed relationship expert.
Oh, that's me.
That's you. That's right. That's kind of wild, right? Because people automatically expect you to have all the answers. Isn't that what happens?
And I do, right? I'm never wrong.
Isn't that what happens? People come into your office, they're a relationship in distress, they've lost contact, maybe they've been together 10, 15, 18 years. That so-called magic has kind of left the building. They look at life differently now, but they're still in love. They still have respect for each other, but they want to be together. But the problem is there's that wall between them that doesn't allow them to have that intimacy emotionally and physically they had before. And they walk into your office. Isn't there an expected level of expectation there, maybe a little bit from them? Do you get a little bit of that?
Oh, yeah, for sure. First of all, I always think you should be doing this work, Jim, because you just nailed the dynamic so well. I think that's such a common scenario.
Yeah.
And there are definitely people who walk in looking to you, the couples therapist, like, save us, help us. Most of the time what it is that they're in distress. They're getting stuck despite the fact that they love each other. And it can feel like a really helpless, powerless place. But there are some very human things that happen around conflict and reactivity that once couples understand what's going on, and if they're both willing to roll up their sleeves and work at it, that I can help them do to make it better.
Right. And the one thing I find interesting about your book, and your case specifically, is you were there. Like you were that couple. You and your ex, you guys were that person. So you write this from a position of experience, and your professional life actually just helps feed into your ability to kind of be more open and honest about that. Do you find that your readers and people who come to seminars and hear you speak really appreciate that aspect of your of the book and the angle?
Definitely. I think being willing to be vulnerable and open about your own personal struggle. I came by this not just professionally. In fact, my whole profession came from my personal experience in a first marriage that didn't go well, despite the fact that I really loved my first husband and wanted it to, going through a painful divorce, having gotten a really bad marriage counselor who wasn't qualified. And
it's your fault. Next client.
Yes. I mean, it was all her fault.
Oh, yeah. When the therapist high-fives your husband.
There you go. That is a problem.
Yeah,
but you have to have specialized training to do this work. And it's really not about, there are multiple different degrees. You can have a psychologist, a licensed marriage and family therapist, a social worker to sit with clients. You can also be an individual, a licensed psychotherapist who is an individual therapist, and legally you can work with clients, but you really shouldn't be allowed to, because couples work is its own thing, and you have to really help people learn how to emotionally regulate, identify how old wounds are getting triggered in real time, and learn how to come forward with very clear messages about what they're feeling and needing. And this is so simple, but it's incredibly hard.
Yeah, Colette Fair here with us. She wrote The Cost of Quiet. She's going to be in for 2 segments. So if you have a question about your relationship, Colette is completely ready to answer your questions, or at least kind of give you as much advice as she can over the air. And again, that's 407-916-1041. Again, that's 407-916-1041.
So, Colette, how do you select, what would be your recommendations for someone who's considering that, but they want to make sure they don't get the bad therapist or someone who's doing it because they're allowed to, maybe not because they should be a couples therapist.
Is it a Yelp review thing or what is it?
So definitely not that, although I think people do look at your Google review and they're really curious about that. Not that that's a bad thing, but you've got to really know what to ask a therapist. So first of all, I recommend asking someone, how much do you work with couples? How much of your practice is this? I've had some people ask me, what's your success rate? I find that very hard to come up with because I also don't necessarily define success as the couple stays together.
Right.
Success is that I've helped the couple with their goals. And sometimes people are coming in to figure out whether or not to stay or go. But you also want to ask, what is your training? Do you have a specific model of couples therapy that you operate from? Most lay people don't even know this is a thing. You don't want to see a therapist who isn't working with couples regularly, and then you want someone who is either trained in Gottman or emotionally focused therapy or relational life therapy. There are certain therapy models, and you want somebody who's been through all of that, if not certified, really has something, a framework that's evidence-based, scientifically validated, that works. You don't want someone who's going to sit there and weigh in or play God or tell you what kind of decisions to make with your life.
Yeah, and that's an important thing because the faith part of that really comes into play with some couples. I'm not really sure that a faith-based couple would seek you out. Have you experienced that?
I have. I mean, I'm not a Christian counselor.
Right,
I am a Christian.
Right,
I'm Catholic. But I don't operate from that model. Of course, if religion is important to someone, then that's important to them. I go with whatever's important to the client. But when people want to operate from like a Bible-based perspective, that wouldn't be me. I would refer them to somebody else.
Colette, sometimes when people need therapy, it's because they're not most interpersonal relationships are a lack of communication or not being able to communicate effectively. But if one person in a relationship thinks, well, therapy might be the thing, and they're already having trouble communicating, is there any advice on how they can broach that with a partner who may or may not be willing to go down that road?
That's a great question. Yes. I think going to someone with transparency and just saying like, look, I really care about our relationship. This is important to me. And I want us to be as good as we can be. And I'm thinking this might be helpful. Would you be willing to give it a try? Just real honest, but also you only have to commit to one session. And if you don't like it or it doesn't feel good or it's not the right person or you don't see the value, then you never go again. I all the time have men in particular say to me, I did not want to come here, but this isn't what I expected. This feels so much better. And I will say when you're looking for a therapist, it does matter, not just the model and the scientific validity, but that you connect with that person and feel comfortable. It's very private, important work, and you have to vibe with that person.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Colette Fair is here with us. She wrote the book, The Cost of Quiet. We are taking calls, and we have one now. Let's get to it. Hey, Greg, how you doing? You're on with Colette.
Hey, how's it going, Jim? How are you?
Good, brother. How about you?
Oh, man, I'm just driving home in this amazing Orlando traffic, Hubbard.
Yeah, doing great, buddy. You
in the studio.
you got a question for Colette?
I do. So, I have my ex. I'm going to put her as ex. We have a 6-year-old son together. We still have a really good relationship when it comes to the child. The problem is that we still have this relationship between us, and the reason it broke off was because she had found someone else and ended up marrying this person, but she still wants to hang out with me, and I'm not sure if I'm in the wrong to grasp onto that, or if I should push it aside and just focus on the important thing.
Your child. You mean spending time with her around the child or spending time with her independently of your child?
I guess I want to say both, but I'm not sure if I'm wrong to pursue her anymore, or if I should just focus on that we have somewhat of a decent relationship with the child and just not.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just I'm just going to put it out there. I mean, I still love the woman. She is the mother of my only child, and, you know, I do miss her, but, you know, have been wronged.
Yeah, and my heart breaks for you because your heart wants what it wants. We can't help who we love, and I don't fault you at all for wanting to explore that and wanting to keep that bond alive, but it sounds like it could really hold you back from your own healing. I think it's great to co-parent cooperatively and to be friendly, but if she's with someone, particularly someone she left you for, and even if it wasn't that added painful variable, she's moved on, and you probably really need to as well, and continuing to spend time with her will likely prevent you from doing that, sadly.
Yeah, the only thing that catches me is that she's the one that pursues hanging on and wanting to spend time, not me.
Yes.
Sounds a little like cake and eating it too.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, this
Correct.
is where people
Thank
are
you,
tricky.
Deb.
Yeah, because she may still have an attachment to you, but at the same time, she did what she did and she made her choices. And a lot of people will hold on to you in ways that aren't fair to you if you allow them to. She may get something out of that time with you, but she isn't attached to you enough to be committed to you. And you really deserve better than that, as hard as it is.
You floored Ross, by the way. Hey, Greg, buddy, we wish you the very best. Thanks for your call. And if you want to pick up the book or make an appointment with Colette, just keep listening, and we'll tell you how to do that a little bit later. But I appreciate it, buddy, and drive safe. All right, 407-916-1041. If you want to call and ask a question of Colette Fair, she wrote the book, The Cost of Quiet. She's going to take calls next segment as well, so we got another 20 minutes with her as well. Jack, you got something?
No, I was just saying, yeah, we can, if they want to call now, we can get them all in the next segment.
Yeah, and then let that happen. Now, Ross, you fell out of your chair during that call. As if someone shot you in the face with a crossbow.
Because my heart broke for that guy.
Yeah.
Totally.
That is a nightmare scenario. Even the confession of that, it's the love of my life. That's the mother of my child. And to him, I mean, I loved your advice. My advice was, Big Sean, I don't F with you, on repeat over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yes. And the texting service is coming in. It's like other guys, too. It's like, and it's so funny when you hear other people's relationship issues, you automatically flash back to your very own and your learning process of what you went through. And we're getting texts going, hey, dude, love you. Let her go, man. It's just holding you back. Exactly what you said.
And easier said than done, though, when it's you and your heart. I think the problem is, too, we tend to make these little excuses because we want what we want. Well, she's the one who's reaching out to me. So what does that mean? That means that she gets something out of it, but not enough to be committed to you. And then we end up settling for breadcrumbs, and it chips away at your self-esteem. She could keep him on the hook for years.
And that's false hope. And it's really unfair to him.
And he's tethered to her because of the son,
child.
So that he's got to have a relationship with her, but he needs healthy boundaries. Otherwise, like you said, it's just going to wear him down.
And I'm happy that you said this because I've always thought about this. I think everyone's hung out with an ex before, right?
Sure.
That, 2 beers in, a text comes in at the wrong time. Everyone has hung out with an ex before. But I have learned it just refreshes that tab. It just opens up that wound. Whatever month of healing you just went through, well, you just went into a time machine.
You just turn that Etch-a-Sketch over and shook it.
Now you're starting all over because you have to repeat an entire time frame of a month all over again to catch up where you just were.
That's exactly right. That's what happens. You're ripping the scab off the wound. Now, if you don't still have romantic feelings for an ex, then go for it. But that's not the case here.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. If you want to call and ask Colette a question, we're going to have her in for another segment, so you can do that during the break. Get all set up, and then we will rip him as soon as we get back. Again, that's 407-916-1041.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
A technology mogul has been branded a creep after he claims to have offered a woman $100,000 to do what on a flight?
Join the Mile High Club.
Go a little more controversial than this.
Join the Mile High Club in blackface.
The news junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
Earlier accident on the on-ramp from 434 to I-4 eastbound has been cleared. Just some residual delays in that area. Tapping the brakes between the beach line and 535 on I-4 westbound. Accident reported Orange Blossom Trail at Old Tampa Highway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. Thousands of homeowners have trusted us for their blinds that are easy to order, affordable, and guaranteed to fit. You measure at home, install yourself, and enjoy blinds made exactly for your windows. Blindster.com.
Hey guys, Jim Colbert here, man. I'm telling you something. If you're buying or selling a home in Central Florida, do not make the mistake of hiring the wrong real estate group, guys. That could cost you tens of thousands of dollars, especially when you consider the Nickley Group. These guys sell their homes for about 6% more than their competitors, and they sell those homes twice as fast. And I got to tell you something. If you're buying a home in Central Florida, nobody is going to look through this entire area and find that home that checks off all the boxes for you and your family like the Nickley Group. When you start factoring in their VIP program, things like, let's say, free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and this one kills me every time. You just don't have any idea what a cheat code this is. An early access program that can get you into off-market properties before they get listed. Pick of the litter, guys. It's unbelievable. They even have a thing called the guaranteed cash offer. You don't want to do anything to real estate stuff? You don't have to. How about no showings or open houses? And that deal can close in as little as 14 days. They're the best in town. They sell a home every 7 hours. They're really good. And if you are selling your home, you got to trust the Nickley Group. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
This September, coming back to Las Vegas, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Tickets go on sale Friday, June 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific through AXS.com.
But starting June 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet?
Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by the Home Builders Network. And for years, we've been talking about Mike the Home Builder because he is that guy you want in your phone when you need to call the expert. Whether maybe you have a roof leak, maybe you need a whole new roof, window replacement, door replacement, those bigger projects around the home. How about a new bathroom? My wife and I recently had the Home Builders Network replace our master bath. They did a fantastic job, and it looks beautiful. Mike is a fourth-generation craftsman and contractor, over 36 years of real hands-on experience. It makes a difference. He's built a team of experts that he can trust. He's been in our community. Use someone local when it comes to these bigger projects around your home. Follow the Home Builders Network on Facebook and Instagram. See their recent work. Check out their showroom in Altamont Springs, but you always can find them online at hbnusa.com. That's hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
At Bill Ray Nissan on 1792 in Longwood, they do business the right way. Drive home right now at 2026 Nissan Pathfinder or a 2026 Murano with 0% APR or get up to $4,000 customer cash. See dealer for details. Visit Bill Ray Nissan today. This America 250, celebrate freedom with a drive you can count on from Bill Ray Nissan, 1792 in Longwood. Bill Ray Nissan, 100 years of trust, service, and community. Driving Central Florida forward, BillRayNissan.com.
Bring the thunder to Daytona Beach. Join us this Sunday at 3 p.m. as the Orlando Storm take on the DC Defenders at Daytona Stadium in the first playoff game in franchise history with a trip to the United Bowl presented by Credit One on the line. Tickets are just $10, plus fans can score a commemorative playoff t-shirt at the gate while supplies last. The location changed, the mission hasn't. Be part of Orlando Storm history. Get your tickets now at UFLstorm.com.
A night of classic real radio chemistry at Monsters at Night Comedy, Friday, June 5th at Mount Dora Music Hall. Featuring Russ Rollins and the crew, plus special reunion guests all night. Get your tickets now at MountDoraMusicHall.com. Doors open at 6, show at 8.
Now, at McDonald's, wake up to a $4 breakfast meal deal.
wake up to a sausage McMuffin or a sausage biscuit, to hash browns, and wake up to a hot coffee. Get your $4 breakfast meal deal.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's, with refreshers like the strawberry watermelon refresher and the mango pineapple refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all new drinks are here now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
Now, at McDonald's, wake up to a $4 breakfast meal deal. Wake up to a sausage McMuffin or a sausage biscuit, to hash browns, and wake up to a hot coffee. Get your $4 breakfast meal deal.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
I'm Michelle McPhee, and in my new podcast, Kingdom of Fraud, I'm unraveling the strangest criminal alliance I've ever reported on. A polygamist from Utah and an LA Armenian businessman.
$1 billion fraud.
But how long can this alliance last?
Is somebody coming after me?
Search Kingdom of Fraud on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Hey, it's me, Ross, and I'm brought to you today by my friend and personal hero, That Mortgage Guy Don.
With That Mortgage Guy Don.com. Radio. 104.1.
Proof that we have a face for radio. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
I don't think you have to be married to go to couples therapy or benefit from couples therapy. You can be in a long-term relationship too. And I think the best part about all of it is just being super gangster and honest, everything on the table, and knowing that that person's not going to hurt you, not too bad, not unless you really want it. And
I love you.
It's a whole other thing. But yeah, I love this segment you guys are having today.
She's the quiet assassin.
That's Maria Bamford.
It is Maria Bamford. Dude, you have nailed it. That's exactly what it is.
That's Maria Bamford.
Oh, that would be, I would retire tomorrow if that was actually Maria Bamford calling the show and doing that. That would be the greatest compliment of all time.
You know what's wild? That would be something that Maria Bamford would do.
Right, yeah.
Just leave talkbacks at an Orlando radio station.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jackson. Hi there. And Ross is here as well.
Can't fool me, Maria.
A second segment with our good friend Colette Fehr. That's F-E-H-R. If you want to go check out her book, it's called The Cost of Quiet. It's everywhere right now. And your website again?
Oh, you can go to thecostofquiet.com or Colette Jane Fehr.
There you go. And you do professional sessions. Actually, somebody texted earlier. You said you took some months off to write the book. How'd you do that? I mean, I
prepared in advance. I gave people several months of notice, referred out anybody who needed treatment during that time. I mean, a lot of my clients have been with me for a long time. So I really planned for this, though.
Yeah.
And to make sure that I wasn't leaving people in a lurch. And I'm back to work now full time.
Very nice.
Yep.
And again, if you have a question for Colette, we are taking calls today, 407-916-1041. We had Greg call earlier and ask a very good question. I'm going to tell you, probably a question a lot of people deal with, especially if you're the one that got left and you still have strong feelings and there are children involved. And my ex and I, God rest her soul, we had that scenario pop up, but we actually, even though our relationship did get a bit contentious after the fact, it had nothing to do with the kids. And even though we had those issues, we had come to a conclusion before any of that happened that we would never let anything kind of come in between, the relationship with the kids. And to her credit, I mean, with the exception of a couple things on both sides, we really didn't have any issues like that per se.
So important.
But it wasn't easy because, when you have kids involved, when the other person makes a decision you don't really think is positive for the kids, but yet they have full custody, it becomes a really difficult thing to deal with.
Absolutely.
But we didn't have the thing that he had where we were trying to still kind of be near each other or anything like that. Our relationship was over. We kind of knew that,
And then it's easier to co-parent, but it really is the heart of emotional maturity that even if you're hurting or you didn't want the divorce or you don't like how you're being treated, putting the kids first. Everybody says it, but a lot of people don't do it. And it will make a huge difference in the trajectory of your kids' lives and the kind of relationships they establish with people later on in adulthood.
Yeah. What type of, when you at your practice, I'm sure you don't have columns by any means, but is there a predominant reason that people come to see you? I mean, is that a dumb question? I mean, is it always the same thing, or is there a predominant reason that people seek out your services?
So people think it's infidelity, and that's part of it, but I would say maybe 30%, surprisingly. I think maybe people are getting more therapy savvy in modern times. A lot of people, thank goodness, will come. This is one good thing of the internet, but will come in and say, I don't feel connected. I want to feel more connected, or I feel lonely in this relationship. Often the wife, but increasingly I'm hearing from men too, initiating therapy. Sometimes I'll hear from men like, my wife told me to call you, and it has to be me who gets the session going because she wants to see that I'm making effort. But the biggest reason really is that people feel disconnected, whether they self-identify that or not. Most of the time, the reason that you're getting stuck in conflict is that reactivity, fight or flight stuff takes over, which is very human. And then people misperceive the other one's motives. They have what I call the negative partner story. You did that because you don't care. You never listened to me. And if we don't hold those stories lightly and check them out with the other person, over time, the distance and resentment and disconnection builds up. And by the time people come in, they have very negative views of their partner and their partner's motives. And it just feels like the truth.
Yeah,
you got to give someone the benefit of the doubt.
And sometimes if the relationship, from what I understand, and I've experienced a little bit of, if it degrades to the point where you only think that when you say something like that, it's a critique rather than a suggestion, that becomes a real hurdle, because if at all times your partner thinks they have to be defensive because you're attacking, when really all you're trying to do is go, hey, look, I'm trying to come to a conclusion here. Maybe we don't look at this the same way. How do we get there type thing? But it seems like you're attacking them because they don't agree with you. That can also become a bit of a hurdle as well.
Oh, that's a huge part of it. So that's the most common pattern that creates this disconnection. I'm talking about it. And we call it's criticism, defend, right? That one partner says something and the other one immediately gets defensive. The tricky part is that it's like the game of telephone. Mm-hmm. So you might think you're saying it in a very vulnerable, clear way. The other person still feels criticized, especially, for example, if they grow up in a household where their parents were very critical. Some people have lower self-esteem. Now, on the other hand, some people will tell me I'm saying how I feel, but what they're really saying is, you're such a jerk. I can't believe you did that. You never listened to me, right? That is critical, and they're not hearing how critical they sound. So the most common thing is criticize, defend, and we've got to get underneath that, right, into the more vulnerable place. What's going on inside that when you're criticizing, it's really a protest. You're saying something that's happening is hurting me and I want something different, but you've got to express it more from the positive need than the complaint. And the person getting defensive, usually it's that underneath that is shame. They're feeling like a failure in their partner's eyes. And part of maturity is learning to develop the bandwidth to take feedback without getting defensive.
Right, yeah. 407-916-1041. If you want to call and talk and ask Colette a question, you can do that. Yeah, Ross?
Well, I'm just throwing this out here. Are you saying that shame isn't a good gasoline?
Because shame is an unbelievably good gasoline. But you need to find out what the fire's for.
Yeah.
Are you cooking with that fire, or are you doing arson with that fire?
Because, all of the, the amount of times that I have, I don't know, maybe excelled or advanced, it's because I touched a hot stove. And I don't know, I enjoy, there's a balance to everything, but the self-shaming that I have had in the past has also taken me to some pretty cool places. So, how do you, what's that balance? Like, it's not a 50, there's no metaphorical scale that we can weigh these things on.
So you might not believe me, but you've probably succeeded despite that self-shaming, not because of it. It tends to be, it's the most common belief people have, that I've been hard on myself and that's what's gotten me to drive. And really what works better is being able to look at yourself and learn from your mistakes, but come from a self-compassionate, self-loving, and encouraging place. And many, many people who are successful are hard on themselves, but they conflate exactly that. Well, I push myself. I tell myself, you're an idiot. Don't do that again. And that's why I did better the next time. But there is a better way once you discover that you can push yourself hard without the shaming piece. Shame is useful in that it tells us when we've done a bad thing on a societal level. It keeps us in line so that we're not kicked out of the herd. But shame makes people collapse and want to hide. And experiencing shame or self-shaming tends to not be great for your mental health overall. But most people think exactly what you said. And I probably can't convince you in one radio soundbite. But in therapy, I could. In therapy, I could.
And before, I mean, this is something he excels at on a daily basis, but I want to back that point up. That's what my therapist had told me. Because when I was in therapy and she was telling me that negative self-voice, that I needed to get rid of that, I was like, I don't know. You know, that's what keeps me humble. And she said, no, Deborah, that's what keeps you sick.
Yes.
You have to let go of that voice that beats you down, because you'll never get back up.
But what about the Black Mamba?
Oh, come on with the Black Mamba.
You think he was filled with self-love? Kobe Bryant didn't have self-love.
Right,
and look how we ended up.
Let's get home.
Jesus, Jack.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Get out of here. There's a chopper crash. My God.
Oh, my God.
What's that got to do with anything, Jack? Hey, Kim, how you doing? Welcome to the show. You're on with Colette Fair. You got a question?
Yeah, this is not a relationship advice with my partner, but actually with my sister. And I've gone through ChatGPT to try to get some advice on this one. And I don't know, is that okay to ask a question if it has to do with my sibling?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. It's a relationship.
Okay. So basically, she's been living in my beach house owned by my mother. And my sister makes a ton of money. Like, she's not hurting for money at all. My mom's elderly, obviously, and pays the mortgage on it. And the deal was for my sister to move in there to renovate in lieu of paying rent. And she's been there for 7 years. The first couple of years, she made renovations and has recouped back any money, if we're talking about $1,500 a month for rent, let's just say. And for the last 3 years, she's not done any renovations. She's not paid any rent, and she's basically living there for free. And I've called it out on her. I've also talked to my mom about it. My mom is a big, well, she's taking care of the property, so that's enough. And I'm like, no, she needs to be paying you. You shouldn't be the one having to pay out of your retirement for this place. So I confronted my sister about it, and she's basically denying everything and gaslit me. That's not true. I've been paying her. And she doesn't know that, I have a recording of my mom telling me all about it. Nope, she hasn't paid in 3 years. I'm going to get her to start paying this month, and this is it. I'm going to hold her to it. So she's even gone to call my cousin, even call my kids and tell them how crazy I'm acting about it when I already know the truth.
So what's the question? What's the question? Because we're limited on time. So do you just have the question there real quick so she can give you an answer?
Basically, if she's going to be like this, I don't know how to mend the relationship where I can move forward if she's basically denying proof to this and not. I can't forgive someone if they're not going to be honest.
Yeah. All right, Kim, listen to your radio. She's going to give you an answer.
Yeah, so you're wondering about moving forward with your sister, and I think you've got to check with your own boundaries and values. First of all, it sounds like you're reacting to an injustice and you feel like your mom's getting taken advantage of, and you know the truth. So I can understand why this upsets you. I also would get curious for yourself about why this bothers you so much, though, beyond that, because at the end of the day, you probably have no control, and if your mom isn't going to step up and put her foot down, then this is probably going to continue. So I would advise you to very gently but firmly let your sister know when you're comfortable to do that. Hey, I do know the truth about this. I'm not okay with it. It does feel like mom is getting taken advantage of, if that feels true for you. And if this continues, it's going to affect my relationship with you. I'm going to create distance. I can't get past it. All you can really do is speak your truth and then follow that up with your own boundaries and redirect your energy to yourself, as hard as that is.
It's weird. I mean, do you get a lot of familial things?
Yeah.
And I have to ask, I mean, it seems like that actually would be a more difficult session, because here's the thing. I mean, that's your family. There's Thanksgiving, there's Christmas, there's birthdays. With an ex, you don't have to worry about that. They're out of the picture completely. But these situations, I mean, during familial get-togethers, it would still kind of arise.
And this is a big thing right now, people talking about family members going no contact and cutoffs. I think what's really hard, it is all, and I wrote an article about this that got so many comments, like even some that were so polarizing. Yeah, because there's a trend of this is on the rise. And there are a lot of situations like this lady who called in, she might decide, I can't continue to be close to my sister. And then I respect that. But you really have to own what's yours and keep in mind, not my circus, not my monkeys. I know family stuff presses on you, but stay in your own lane and focus on your own life, because it's not in your control.
Yeah. I got a text here I want to get to before we get out of here, because we're short on time. Again, this is Colette Fair. If you want to pick up her book, it's called The Cost of Quiet. I believe you can get it anywhere. If you actually go to thecostofquiet.com, not only do they have the book there, some other information and how you can book a therapy session if you'd like to do that. This text comes in from Jay. He says, went to couple counseling, and then on my divorce, my wife used disclosures from our couples counseling in court against me. But when I brought up her issues, they said it was privileged information. Men don't understand it can be used against them. Is that true or false?
I wanted to read that one because I was hoping that's not true.
So that is really unfortunate to hear. I've been doing this work for almost 15 years. I have never given over notes or disclosed anything. Anytime anyone says we want to get your records, like for a lawyer, I just decline and refuse to do it. Now, a judge could force you theoretically, but I've yet to have it happen to me. And I don't understand why, I'm not a lawyer, why one person's information would be part of the case and the others wouldn't.
Well, that's classified, almost like having an attorney relationship.
It's a HIPAA violation.
It is, but there are, the exception is if a judge were to subpoena your records. However, when you're in couples counseling, unless we're talking about issues with the kids, this is a no-fault state. There's really no reason for a couples therapist to be turning over unless somebody's being abused or something, and that's in question. So that's highly unlikely to happen, but obviously it happened to this guy, so we can't say never.
Right.
Quick text here. Someone said they didn't have time to call, but their wife and he had lost the spark in their relationship. They said they're both successful at work, but their home life and sex life are struggling. There's no affection in the relationship. How can they light the fires? Or how can he light the fires and feel young again in their relationship?
Yes. Okay. This is such a common scenario. So first of all, believe it or not, talk about sex. It's awkward and uncomfortable, but this is one of the best things to get your sex life going again.
Let's try it now, Ross.
Acknowledge. Let's do it right now. Is acknowledge, hey, I'm struggling. We're not as sexually or physically connected. Can we talk about it? Like, what are you wanting? What turns you on? Like, couples need to talk about those things to keep the fire going. And also, another really quick fix that'll have an impact is trying new things together. Novelty is an aphrodisiac. It boosts attraction. So it doesn't have to be anything that major. Just go do something new together.
See, you didn't get her off her game, not even one little iota.
Yeah, you can't shake me, people, with your music.
That's right.
Ross, what kind of underwear are you wearing today, Ross?
Mood music.
Hanes X.
Oh, tell me more.
It's one size too small.
Oh, God. All right,
okay, this is not going to help this couple.
You don't know that. They can be really into this.
I feel confident.
My hips are pouring over the underwear.
Oh, my God, stop it.
I'm sorry. It's a real muffin top. Well, and you don't have to drop the music off that.
Yeah. And I'm wearing a super tight shirt that shows off my man A's. So I want to make sure everybody's. Anyway, it's Colette Fair.
Keep them schnips covered.
She's glad she's here today. I can tell you that for a fact. Right?
I am. Genuinely.
It's The Cost of Quiet, thecostofquiet.com if you want to pick up the book. It is wonderful, and it's an easy read as well. It's not some tome. You can get through it. It's written well enough where you can really understand it in plain English, and it seems to be really helping a lot of people out there.
Yeah, lots of stories in there. You can also get the audio version on Amazon or wherever books are sold.
You're the best.
And you can also hear more from Colette along with Tom and Dan every Thursday night at 8 o'clock right here on Real Radio 104.1.
And just in case you missed both of her segments, I'll be posting the podcast in just the next few minutes as well.
Absolutely. Good and loud for Colette. We'll see you again soon.
Thanks for having me. Anytime.
You're the best. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Load them up. It's time for trivia.
AI can't feel dread or regret or existential panic. We've got that market covered. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
The Spurs are getting set to host the Knicks tonight. It is Game 1 of the NBA Finals, with both teams looking to end long title droughts. Buccaneers wideout Chris Godwin says he's blessed to be on the field for OTAs just a year after wondering when he'd be back from that rebuilt ankle. And former Florida cornerback Vernon Hargreaves, he'll be inducted into the school's Athletic Hall of Fame this year after being elected in his first year on the ballot. I'm Scott Davidson.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Hey, it's Angel from the Monsters, and I'll have your next chance to win tickets to see the 2026 FIFA World Cup, courtesy of Mick Ultra, Friday, June the 5th at 7 p.m., Gators Dockside, Claremont. And if you want to find out where I'll be all month long, visit realradio.fm for your chance to win World Cup tickets.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins for HBN USA. Is your bathroom outdated, unattractive, and even unsafe? Well, good news. HBN Bath can transform it into a beautiful, modern space that you're going to love in as little as one day. No long, messy remodels, just fast, professional results. Visit HBNUSA.com to schedule your free consultation. Plus, enjoy 0% financing, no payments for 18 months, or up to $2,500 off your project. Visit HBNUSA.com. Restrictions apply. License number CBC 1255975.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Falcon Stadium hosts a historic America 250 celebration on Saturday, June 20th. Experience PBR Space Cowboys, presented by the United States Space Force. Family-friendly fan zones, military tributes, flyovers, parachute landings, and a spectacular drone finale. Enjoy a live concert with Grammy Award winner Tim McGraw and multi-platinum artist Chris Jansen. Tickets on sale now at PBR.com.
Hi, this is Mike Lester with Talon Wealth and the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show, and I have another investment idea for those seeking great returns with limited risk. Recently, we did a structured note for our clients, paying them 18.75% per year for 4 years, and it was great for clients seeking income or growth and principal protection. The note was based on the S&P, gold, and silver, And our clients won't lose principal as long as none of the ETFs are down more than 40% 4 years from when we place the trade, and the bank guaranteeing them doesn't default. This isn't an offer because we already traded this note, and structured notes aren't for everyone. But if you would like to know more about how structured notes work and what we currently have available, call us at 916-888-4000, 916-888-4000 if you'd like to learn more.
Advisory services offered through Talent Private Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual.
Steel is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment, and you can find it at your local Tools Ace Hardware. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers and on additional Steel tools as well. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Steel equipment. Steel zero-turn mowers now available in-store at 14 Tools Ace Hardware locations. Find your Tools Ace Hardware today at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
There once was a magic... Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real, like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
Hey, it's me, Ross, and I'm brought to you today by my friend and personal hero, That Mortgage Guy Don.
Yacht Rock Radio on iHeartRadio drops anchor and goes commercial-free every weekend. Weekends were made for smooth sailing. Yacht Rock Radio's got the soundtrack. Just sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy. The smoothest soft rock from the 70s and 80s. Open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and set sail.
iHeartRadio.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Colbert crew, it's Sarah. Hello. Guys, I just got back from the doctor. I pulled a muscle or something on Monday while I was sleeping. Wild, right? I know I just turned 34, but apparently I'm just pulling muscles like it's nothing. And I got a lidocaine steroid shot in my back, and for some reason, I just did not react well to the shot. I started sweating. I sweated through the paper that is lined on that bed that you have to sit on. I had to get water. It was bad news bears. Bad.
Some people don't like needles.
Yeah, man.
Or it could have been the lidocaine, I guess. I don't know.
All right, 77031. That's how you text us. If you'd like to leave a talk back like our friend Sarah there, you can do it as well. Grab the iHeartRadio app, go straight to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and we get you on there. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yeah.
And so is Ross.
Happy.
And Jack has the Jackie Sack. What's in there?
All aboard.
Chugga.
Choo choo.
Lickety-clack, lickety-clack.
In the Jackie Sack, we have a pair of tickets to see the Orlando Pride take on the KC Current at Inter & Co Stadium. That's on July 10th. Also in the Jackie Sack, a pair of tickets to see Journey. It's the Final Frontier Tour at the Kia Center, October 17th. Journey, Orlando Pride, those are your choices. If you win, JCS Trivia.
So that means back to you, a clickety-clack.
All righty.
So how many do I have?
1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Sorry.
All right. It's Wednesday. We're going 3.
3 it is. All right. Colleen, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys doing?
Good. Glad to hear that. Want to play a little game with us?
Oh, I would love to play a little game.
Well, let's do it then.
Okay.
She's sassy. All right, Colleen, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
What?
Trying to fool you, but if you can
right.
find it, I will send you over to Jack, and you can dig through his Jackie Sack.
Hey.
You have to ask.
Sorry, Colleen.
You have to ask nice and give him a soft kiss on the neck first, but we can get in there.
Okay.
All right, Colleen, here we go. On this day in 1946, the very first bikini bathing suit is displayed in Paris, France.
Wow.
Here are 3 fun facts about bathing suits and 1 G-string of a lie.
Ow.
All right. Here we go. We're talking about bathing suits, Colleen. Which one of these is not true? Number one, Louis Reard, who popularized the bikini, was a mechanical engineer by trade. Number two, in Australia, men's Speedo-style bathing suits are called budgie smugglers. Number three, China manufactures 70% of all swimsuits worldwide. Or lastly, the first bikini was modeled by a French stripper because no working models would get photographed wearing it. Which of those is a lie?
Oh, my God. I'm going with the China one. What was the China one again?
Yeah, China manufactures 70% of all swimsuits worldwide, and unfortunately, that is absolutely true.
Wow.
Yeah, 70% of all swimsuits come from China.
China.
All right, let's get this out of here.
Easy.
A little bit more on the chuh.
Yeah, please.
A little bit more CH next time.
All right,
I got you, Jack.
All right,
Thank you.
Deb, 1, 2, 4, or 5?
We're going 4.
4 it is. Let's get with Jeff. Jeff, how you doing?
Great, fantastic, buddy.
Good, buddy. Glad to hear that. We're talking about swimsuits. Which one of these is not true? Number one, Louis Reard, who popularized the bikini, was actually a mechanical engineer by trade. Number two, in Australia, men's Speedo-style bathing suits are called budgie smugglers. Or lastly, the first bikini was modeled by a French stripper because no working models would get photographed wearing it.
Let's go with 1.
That's the one, buddy. He was not a mechanical engineer by trade, but my man was an automotive engineer by trade. 100% the truth. And why do you think an automotive engineer could possibly wind up in the bathing suit business? You'll never guess it.
Wet T-shirt contest. They were cleaning the car.
No, he's trying to make an air filter or something.
That's actually a pretty good guess.
Rubber.
Now, his mom owned a lingerie shop. And she got ill, and he took the lingerie shop over and then popularized the bikini.
There you have it.
It's that simple, yeah. In Australia, men's Speedo-style bathing suits are called budgie smugglers. And the first bikini was modeled by a French stripper because no working model would wear the bikini in front of a camera. And a couple other things you may not know about bathing suits before we get to the top of the hour. Woo! The modern swimsuit designs started, like the ones that you see now, the reason why they look the way they do now is because modern swimsuit designs started when government ordered fabric rationing during World War II. Tailors then were forced to create designs using less fabric.
Oh, wow.
So that's why you have the certain cutaways and certain stuff like that. It's not because of style, although it was because of creativity, but the reason why is they were just offered less fabric to work with.
Yeah, it's because of war.
Right.
Everything goes back to World War II.
How did we come up with the name bikini?
The French island, the Bikini Island.
Oh, that's good.
Like it came from there?
Bathing suit in 2 pieces. Something like that?
The Bikini Atoll, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, after the nuclear test there, that got a lot of attention, and he called it the Bikini because of the Bikini Atoll.
Way to go, Jack.
And then lastly here.
Wait, doesn't he get a dong?
No, I don't know. He's a dong guy.
He's going to self-dong?
Oh, don't put that past me.
He'll self-dong.
Oh, God.
There's no self-donger like him.
It's the gap after the dong thing.
In the mid-19...
I'll settle for that.
In the mid-1940s, there was a bikini designed for skinny dipping. It was called the Moonlight Buoy, and it had a cork attached to it, so while you were skinny dipping, your bathing suit would float on the top, and you could always find it and put it back on. And, dude, I got to tell you, man, it's too much to write. There is so much very interesting... You know, in Melbourne, Florida, in 2005, they banned the G-string?
Really?
It's the only place on earth at one point outside of the Middle Eastern states that banned the G-string. Melbourne, Florida.
Florida. We're number 1.
And why do you think it's called the G-string?
Because it loves country music.
Because it makes you go, geez, what the hell?
I can't say mine on the radio.
Yeah.
It's not going to reach that, Jack.
Because it cuts and covers your genitals. G-string.
Oh, does it though?
Yeah. And then for a long time, when women wanted to go swimming, there were wagons, right? Covered wagons. And what would happen is you would enter as a woman, you would enter one side of the wagon.
And leave as a man.
And you would change into your swimwear, which was basically leotard pants with a skirt and sleeves all the way up to your neck, and then they would back the horse carriage up into the water so you could just slink out of the carriage into the water so no man could possibly see anything, even if it was covered. It's crazy, dude. How we rolled in the 40s and 50s when it came to like nudity or even a little nudity is nuts.
The way it should have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cover up those traps.
Got some thoughts for us?
Yes, I do. Guys, it is June. What is June?
Men's Health Month.
Gay Pride Month.
It is
Father's Day.
It is Pride Month. It is Gay Pride Month. We're going to have one of the gayest segments I think we have ever had here on Real Radio.
All right.
To celebrate Pride Month, I have looked up the gay animal kingdom. All these different definitions. You've heard of bear.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone knows about bear, but do you know what a bull is?
Oh, do I want to know what a bull is?
Do you know what a fox is?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what a dolphin is?
I think you just gave the answer.
We are going to become gay Power Rangers on this next segment. Every Power Ranger had an animal icon. Well, we're going to find out our gay animal icon. It's exactly what we did for Good Sauce with Roz and Joel. That happens at 8. I can't wait to find out your gay animals.
We'll do that next.
Displaying a level of apathy that can only be achieved through years of studying. Okay, guess you don't want to be petted. Cats. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Earlier accident, I-4 westbound before World Drive has been cleared. Still a bit sluggish traveling through that area. Also, another accident blocking, reported actually, 1792 northbound before 1st Street. Accident blocking the left shoulder, I-4 eastbound before Sand Lake Road. And tapping the brakes, I-4 westbound between the Beach Line and 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. Thousands of homeowners have trusted us for their blinds that are easy to order, affordable, and guaranteed to fit. You measure at home, install yourself, and enjoy blinds made exactly for your windows. Blindster.com.
Man, June is Men's Health Month, and that's super important because I don't know if you've met a guy or not. We can be very hard-headed when it comes to taking care of our health, and that is 1,000% the truth. Men ignore symptoms, delay doctor visits, and they wait until something feels wrong before they take action. That is the absolute opposite way to do it. When you got to be proactive, guys. Don't be reactive. Get over to Life Imaging FLA. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. Heart disease, still by far the number one killer of people in America. And in some of those cases, you will never get a symptom, guys. You will just drop dead. And that's what is so horrifying about that. And one of the main reasons you need to get over and get this free heart scan. And remember, there are no dyes. You don't take off your clothes. As a matter of fact, this entire process only takes a few minutes. So don't wait. Do exactly what I did. My wife and my in-laws, call Life Imaging FLA and get this free heart scan. They make it so easy to make your appointment. All you have to do is pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. And guys, while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection does save lives. It's Life Imaging FLA.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
My house looks like new, and it's all thanks to We Paint Everything and my buddy Raphael. And you can have the same experience and start out June right. You got graduation parties, family coming to town. The summer is here. What are you going to do with that house? You want it to look like new? You can paint it. But it's not just exterior painting. That's what I had done. And what I love about the exterior painting by We Paint Everything, they fix it before they paint it. Not only replaced dry rot and rotted wood, but also sealed up my house. So the things I've been overlooking for years are now done, and they're done right, and it looks great. But they also do interior painting as well. Whether it's, wall ceiling, baseboards, crown molding, doors, frames, cabinets, they can handle that. You want your deck done, they can do that. They paint everything. That's why their website is wepainteverything.com. Call today. Get a free in-home consultation. The number is 407-657-2000. Family-owned company. They'll treat you like family. Over 75 years of painting experience. Based locally in Winter Park, but they're online at wepainteverything.com.
Join Join the Monsters in the morning for a one-of-a-kind live event. Monsters Live at Night. Presented by Just Call Mo and Mills Air. June 5th at the historic Mount Dora Music Hall.
It's an uncensored monster experience you can't hear on the radio or watch on YouTube.
This special live show features outrageous stories, surprise guests, wild stunts, and answers to your uncensored questions with absolutely no recording allowed. If you want to experience it, you have to be there. Special guest house band Bad Santa and the Angry Elves, plus the pre-show selfie meet and greet featuring your favorite members of the Monster Universe, including Jeff Howell performing live in the lobby during the meet and greet. This is your chance to see the monsters completely unleashed, raw, unpredictable, hilarious, and totally uncensored. One night only, June 5th, Mount Dora Music Hall. Doors open at 6 p.m. Details and tickets at realradio.fm/night.
Kick off the summer with a stress-free way to sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
The game started. Call your dad.
I'm on it, Ma. Hola, Pa.
Hello, hijita. I can't hear you. I'm at the stadium in Monterrey.
Here, shout goal together. Get nonstop talk, text, and data in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada with T-Mobile, America's best network. Switch on the T-Life app or on T-Mobile.com/connectate. On qualifying plans, not for extended international use. You must reside in the U.S. In primary usage must occur on our network. Best based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay a while. Whether you're competitive, casual, or just along for the fun, there's something here for everyone. Learn more at crushyard.com.
This is the sound of Jack, buzz cutting his way to a small fortune. To Jack, every time he cuts his own hair, that's $50 right in his pocket. If Jack sees DIY buzz cuts as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo is right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Oh, ouch. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
At TK Law, we do divorce differently. Divorce is full of hidden traps, mistakes that can cost you your money, your time, and your future. With one wrong step, you're stuck. We know the path. We have guided countless clients through this forest, and we can help guide you too with a clear vision, a careful strategy, and proven results. Don't risk it all alone. Trust TK Law. One firm for life.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickley.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword Vegas to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's Vegas to 200-200.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Oh, great day at the office, but man, I'm getting into a 4x4 right now. In response to Sarah's comment about pulling a muscle in your sleep, post-hip surgery, there was one period of the day toward bedtime that the medication really hit hard, and I had to start sleeping on my side. Anyway, I actually tore part of my rotator cuff in my right shoulder due to the medication. While I was sleeping, my body weight had shifted so much. Aloha.
Ow.
Aloha, brother.
Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Justin here. Got cleared today to start climbing my bridge again. Tore my rotator cuff back in December. Had surgery in February and just got cleared today to start climbing 125 feet in welding. So I'm stoked. I'm back in the workforce. Hoorah. Chug it if you got it.
Congratulations, buddy.
Hey, everybody. I'm Swilly. I'm also the reason that the G-string got banned in Melbourne, Florida.
Somebody just texted and said it was a hot dog cart lady that made a lot of attention. Remember the hot dog cart lady?
I do, yeah.
She was an older lady, like in her mid-50s, but she would wear like a purple G-string or a bright green G-string and she would sell hot dogs, and that's one of the reasons they banned it, so this old lady couldn't sell hot dogs no more. That's some hot dog hate right there.
Don't be hating on the hot dog.
All right, welcome
And don't
back.
be hating on women in their 50s.
Yeah. I don't. Trust me. I love them all. Player. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim.
Weird.
There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack. Yeah. And Ross. Let's get some thoughts.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. Let's do some raw thoughts, baby.
We got to blow the dust off this drop.
Yeah.
It's like a Nintendo cartridge.
No, right?
All right.
No, right?
Just that like rotating door. Usually Jack does the stretching, but I guess it's me this time.
Let's do it.
There's some Ross thoughts.
It's weird.
It is.
It's funny.
And delayed.
Sometimes.
It's fine.
It's Ross.
It's fine.
Spelled like sauce. It's Ross Thoughts.
Real fast, if someone is in their car going, wait, Ross on a Wednesday, I don't think we've even really announced this yet.
No, it was a brief mention yesterday.
It was a brief mention. Well, let me double down. I will be here Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays as long as the schedule pens. I'm back 3 days a week, and that's all because of thanks to Mills Air, Just Call Mo, Mo DeWitt, and today's Ross Thoughts is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don.
Hey, thank you, Don.
Awesome guy, by the way.
He is
an awesome dude.
a prom king of Orlando, if you ask me.
Good card player, too, by the way.
A phenomenal conversation, and he knows a thing or two about mortgages. I know my wife made a decision when it comes to my mortgage years ago, and it changed our total life, our entire schedule. So you can get a really good deal. Just if you got to be proactive on when it comes to mortgage deals.
Yep.
Don is your guy. Don is the plug.
Yeah, he helped us pay for our wedding.
He's also a huge fan and supporter. He is an ally of the LGBTQ community.
All right, I like that.
And I would like to think that I am one myself as well. And one thing that I have noticed throughout the years, because, I come from theme park entertainment where there are a lot of gay dudes, and I have learned quickly that they like comedy like everybody else. They like jokes. I've made jokes at their expense. They've made jokes at my expense. In fact, there was this one time, little fast forward, you want to talk about progress. One time I didn't know this one person was gay, and then everyone of their friends called me stupid for not knowing. So I got bullied by a group of gay dudes.
Oh, man, that's the greatest bullying of all time.
It was kind of a fun time, and I was like, this is progress.
Yeah.
Look at this. This didn't happen in the 90s.
I'd be like, I would love to be bullied by gay guys. Be like, you know what? You're fat and ugly, and your shoes don't match your belt.
Yeah, so I'll throw this out here is that, I've done plenty of shows. I've opened up for drag queens in more ways than one.
Hey.
But I've done those. I'm sorry, I riffed that. I take it back. But I just have always been about the gay community here in Orlando, because Orlando is so much more than theme parks, and the gay community is a cultural identity nationwide for the city of Orlando. And let us never forget that. Now, with that said, I'm jealous of the gay community in one big way. They got cool animal icons.
I did not know that about the gay community.
Oh, yeah.
I'm learning today, man.
You've heard the term bear, though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You've heard the term bear. If you don't know what a bear is, it's like a big...
I've been called one.
Which is interesting, because they usually are hairier.
Yeah. Shirt off, I'm a little furry.
Yeah. It's a midlife bear.
I'm a gray bear.
You're a gray bear.
Yeah, gray bear.
No, a polar.
Yeah, I'm a polar bear.
You're a polar bear.
Yeah.
It's right there. But bears are usually very masculine, Big Daddy Energy. Sorry, I looked right at Jim when I said that.
Tell me more about my Big Daddy Energy.
You can't forget about the otter. What do you know about the otters?
I do not know anything about this. You mean the otter in the gay community? What an otter represents in the gay community?
Yeah.
No clue. Haven't heard it.
Similar to a bear in the sense of the hairiness, but a little bit slim. It's like a slim bear.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
So now with that already established, and we can go on with Wolf with the rugged masculinity and just kind of a little kinky and all this.
All
And,
right.
and shout out to all my gay friends for always letting me know about, certain quirks about that entire existence.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm curious what your gay animal would be other than a bear. If you could choose any animal.
Now, is this something where you...
I'm a mongoose.
Where you choose...
there it goes. I'll go first.
A man goose?
I'm a man goose.
So is it weird? It's like nicknames. You usually don't give yourself a nickname. Usually somebody picks the animal for you, right?
Yeah.
Because although I do think mongoose is good for you. I mean, giraffe would work for you as well. You'd be no.
Yeah, no. I like giraffe. Giraffe is cool. I like being a gay giraffe. It's got a G.
Yeah. I feel like a boar. No.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize we could lose here.
Wait, whoa. I'm on board. I think you're a boar.
I think there are no wrong answers in this gay animal game, are there?
Well,
yeah, but wouldn't you want to pick a more attractive animal?
Well, I mean,
think of the tusks. He's a farting warthog. Oh, it has to be a warthog. Never mind.
I mean, Deb's on to something.
Yeah, warthog.
Just for the record,
Yeah,
Deb said
warthog.
my animal should be a farting warthog.
I did not say.
You did say that. Everybody in Orlando just heard you say farting warthog, which is hard to say, by the way.
So Jim is established as the gay farting
no,
warthog.
not a farting warthog. That's not what we're doing here.
We'll call you Fart Hog.
No, we're not. You're definitely. Yeah. If that was a Harry Potter's house, I would be farting. I would be fart hog.
Okay, how about hedgehog?
No, they're too cute.
See, all of a sudden now you're getting a little invested. You want, and then by the way, we are ending this segment by saying our first name, then our gay animal, like some different Power Rangers.
And you can't say lion because you can't give yourself like a really
do
cool.
it.
Yeah, you can't do that, right? That's why it's weird even doing this. How about Jack?
No, you can't be me.
No, you're right. I can't. That's the gayest animal in the forest.
What, Jack? What
badger?
animal?
Oh, yeah, gay badger.
Wait, for you?
No, for you.
For me?
Yeah.
All right.
What would you want to be though in the gay animal kingdom?
I'll take badger.
No, you got to do something better than that. You can't.
I don't know. Let's think of bobcat. Or
a bobcat?
Fox, something like that.
Because he's cute. A cute kitty.
Dude, can you imagine Jack in the bedroom?
I cannot. Funny you should mention that. I cannot. Not even a little bit, actually. Deb is perplexing.
Peacock.
Oh.
And
shouldn't she be a peahen?
Peahen. No, it's gay.
That's right.
I'm here to
doing fabulous.
Yeah, fabulous.
I can't believe I forgot about this, but Eagle is part of the gay community. You have been tagged with Eagle.
Yeah.
Eagle is representing the leather culture. The freedom in
Judas
the bedroom.
Priest, Judas Priest, Rob Halford, right here in the studio, ladies and gentlemen, complete with the red handkerchief hanging out the back of that leather pants. Come on,
Corncob Halford.
Oh, the texter has an idea that Jim, you could be a porcupine.
No. No. I mean, I'll take badger or anything else. I'll take warthog. I'll take farty hog.
Put me as a hyena.
Oh yeah, hyena's good for you.
You are a gay hyena.
You are a gay hyena.
Someone said sauce.
You're a hyena.
Sauce is a meerkat.
Oh yeah, dude, a meerkat's good for you.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're a meerkat.
Yeah, you are a meerkat.
Yeah, you're not a mongoose. You're a meerkat.
You stand on your back legs and look for twinks.
Yeah. All right.
Everybody knows.
We have to do our Power Ranger outro here. Okay, so I'll go Ross, meerkat. And then, you pose like a Power Ranger.
Okay.
And then that's the end of this segment and this episode. So we all have our animals, right?
Yeah. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
And then we'll go counterclockwise?
Yeah. All right.
Then it's me.
All right, here we go. Ross, Meerkat.
Jack, Hyena.
Deborah, Peacock.
Jim, Fart Hog.
We are the Power Bottom Rangers. And those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out. Peace. We also did this segment for Good Sauce with Ross and Joel, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. And you can catch that tonight at 8 o'clock or on your podcast platforms. I'll see you Red Tail Country Club this weekend, Saturday. Tickets at rosscomedy.com.
Thank you, that mortgage guy Don.
Thank you, that mortgage guy Don.
The show title is Jim-Gay Fart Hog.
I'm out. Peace.
All right, 77031. Back in a sec.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Some debris on the road, I-4 westbound before Orange Blossom Trail has 2 left lanes blocked. Looking at the cameras, looks like they're getting that cleaned up pretty quickly. Accident blocking the right lane, 1792 southbound at Americana Boulevard, and the off-ramp to I-4 from 408 is still partially blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey, it's me, Ross, and I'm brought to you today by my friend and personal hero, That Mortgage Guy Don.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
This September, coming back to Las Vegas, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Tickets go on sale Friday, June 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific through AXS.com.
But starting June 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet?
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Sunnyside Electric.
My outlets aren't working.
I can help.
Great. Send an electrician.
Do you have extension cords?
Ugh, here we go again. I should have called Frank Gay.
Plug the cord into your neighbor's house.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work, you need a qualified electrician who doesn't take shortcuts and will fix the problem right the first time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
TK Law does divorce differently. No gimmicks, no false promise. They don't fight for men or women. They fight for you, your facts, your future. TK Law, one firm for life. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
It's tough watching your kids struggle with allergies, runny nose at recess, congestion at practice, trouble focusing in school. And then there's the guilt when you forget their allergy meds. But it doesn't have to be that way. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help. They've treated thousands, including kids, with quick, kid-friendly testing and pain-free allergy drops. Make the most of summer break. Schedule your appointment now at AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
I'm Jeff. I got a call that my wife Kitty was in a bad car accident and was airlifted to Shands Hospital. When I got there, she was in surgery for a brain injury. She's had a long recovery. We needed an attorney. Our close friends recommended Glenn Klausman. Glenn Klausman was available 24/7 to help. We've been blessed by my wife's recovery. The results from Glenn Klausman's efforts were way more than expected. He's more than an attorney for us. He's a friend. Call him at 407-917-1718, KLAUSMAN law.com, office Winter Park.
Here's your spring upgrade. Sun's out. Drink in one hand and a free Samsung Galaxy phone in the other. All on unlimited 5G. Switch to Total Wireless and stay connected through every road trip, beach day, and everything in between. Now that's a total power move. Offer ends 7/8/2026 or while supplies last. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a total 5G unlimited or max 5G plan, single or multi-month plan. Additional port-in, ID verification, or device financing requirements vary by device. Purchase limits apply.
My obstructive hypertrophic cardiomyopathy kept me from baseball games with my boys. The stairs were too much. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved and I can be more active again. Camzyos is a cardiac myosin inhibitor, the first in its class to treat adults with symptomatic OHCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and ability to be active, and it reduced obstruction in the heart 4 times more.
In a 30-week study, Camzyos, mavacamten, reduced post-exercise obstruction on average 47 units of pressure versus 10 with placebo. Results may vary. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby.
Visit Camzyos.com or call 1-855-CAMZYOS. Actor Portrayal.
Tickets to the world's greatest soccer tournament start at ouch and peak somewhere around, okay, seriously? So, we'll watch from home. Academy Sports and Outdoors makes the best seat in the house your house, with grills that make concession stands nervous, coolers that don't charge $15 for a drink, and official team jerseys so you can find your people fast. Go all in for the cup without pulling a hammy reaching for your wallet. Academy. Fun can't lose.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Welcome back to the Pumbaa Colbert Show.
Good afternoon, the Jim Colbert Show, Prince of the Islands. 7 days to go until I turn that big 4-0. Now, I'm going to start off today, 7 days. I'm going to pull a jack. I'm not going to go old-fashioned. That will be on Tuesday night. But today I'm going to start with a Long Island, a real authentic Long Island sweet tea.
So good.
Hey, y'all, long-time listener. First time I think I've ever disagreed with Scott Maxwell. First time I think I've ever agreed with Ron DeSantis. Property taxes come from different sources. Commercial, vacation rentals.
They do.
Second homes.
They do.
Investment properties. To think that giving us primary homeowners a little relief is going to tank the economy is just stupid.
Well, that's a hard take, buddy. Stupid's not a good word there. I think people are concerned that are in smaller counties that don't have the tax base like Orange County. He made the point of DeBary being one of these that don't have really manufacturing to create a tax base to take care of their infrastructure, to pay their cops, to pay their fire department, to pay their
libraries,
their
parks,
animal shelters, things of that nature,
their cemeteries.
So they only have property taxes to draw that from. So you have to consider more than maybe just what the giant areas are concerned. And again, I think we'll maybe talk about this a lot more next week because people are very interested in it, by the way.
Yeah, I want to see what they actually passed that is supposed to be on the ballot because I wasn't opposed to increasing the homestead exemption where it's just the home you're living in and where other like rental properties and stuff still have that tax base.
Or for people who have already paid their home off.
There's a difference between a little relief and eliminating property taxes.
Yeah, 100%.
There's got to be a middle ground there.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get the numbers right because I don't want to get in here and saying something that is completely inaccurate. And I have a memory issue sometimes, and I don't want to say that. So I'll dust up on it a little bit better and get back, and we can have a longer discussion about this because obviously it's on everybody's mind. When we talked about it today, it got a lot of text interaction. And also, I would ask this. Look, we don't mind interacting with you guys. Matter of fact, people who do not agree with us, you don't have to be rude on the texting service. We don't really care for that. And we could easily block you. I mean, we could, and you would never have access to any of the shows on the station. Anybody on the radio station can do that. Can block you in a second. But we allow you to have those takes and call us names and say that we're stupid and idiotic because we want to hear your opinion. We understand some people can't communicate properly or be civil when they communicate, and I have no problem with that either. But man, when you do it here, you got to realize, we're people too. We have opinions, and maybe we disagree, but there's no reason to be rude to us. There's really no reason to do that. It's not going to really make us want to talk about your text if you're rude. It's just a little public service announcement.
Throwing this out of here, though, that guy's talkback, I'll judge his book cover. I think I would like that guy. I might disagree with him, but the fact that he said, I always agree with Scott, but today I didn't, and I never agree with DeSantis, and I do, which means you have critical thought.
100%, but calling the decision or calling something stupid at that point discounts everybody else's opinion on what should or should not happen, and everybody's situation is different. Right?
Yeah, so I'm not discounting his opinion. right. Yeah, I'm not calling you stupid.
All right, 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack. and Ross.
It's true.
Did you guys see this interview this week about this director that had some critical words about an actor? It was pretty harsh, and I want to bring this up.
Quentin Tarantino again.
I find this one of the most interesting arguments out there, and we're doing it at 6:20 today because it's all I have left, and I would really have liked to save this till tomorrow at more during the day, but this is the thing. The director came out and said that he'd worked with a number of big stars, and he's catching a little bit of heat now because he went on the record to say that Val Kilmer is the worst human being he's ever met.
Whoa.
He said he was the worst person he ever met in his life. Val Kilmer, the actor.
Yeah.
Right? Now, Val Kilmer does have a reputation of being very, very difficult on set. A number of directors, big-time directors, have said, I'm never working with him again. He's a complete misery of a human being. He's combative. He's argumentative. He acts like a child. He's petulant. He's all of these things. He's also dead.
Yeah.
And that's why you said, whoa, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Speak ill of the dead?
Yeah, why, though? If the person who was, when they were alive, were tormented everybody around them, but yet they were popular. He's a popular actor. Had been for years, actually, and a very good actor. His performance in The Doors is unbelievable. Most people remember him from Tombstone, but man, his performance in The Doors was bananas good.
I loved him in MacGruber.
Yeah, in The Heat.
And Young Einstein.
Yeah, I mean, he did a good job in a lot of movies, but he was a bit of a prick. Why?
Young Genius.
Why do we as a culture have a hard problem telling people the truth about somebody if they were truly a terrible person? And why is that no speak ill of the dead thing? What is that?
Because it's so.
Does it seem disrespectful because they're defenseless?
Yeah.
To me, it's not even that they're defenseless. It's just they are so. It is so unnecessary. There is no room for improvement. You bringing this up isn't going to spark a, wow, maybe I did say something wrong.
Now, I never even expected that. What I was kind of wondering is why do we provide respect for people who provided zero respect for people when they were alive? That's what they're asking. Hey, be nice when you talk about this guy because he's passed on. But when he was here, he was a complete prick to everybody he met and knew.
And it's also throwing this out here for me is that when I hear someone go, that's a bad person, I did not like working with them, I don't think that to be factual about the person that they're accusing of.
Right.
The only fact that I know is that's how you feel. I don't know that person. I trust myself enough to read a room and read a person enough to make that decision on my own, but it is nice to know your experience with a subject person.
You also affect other people's memory of someone who passed, and they can have other memories. So if someone else has a fond memory of him, like Val Kilmer's daughter, she's got to hear people talking smack about her dad who's no longer there, and it kind of could affect her feelings towards that person. But I think when you get to a certain level, like a texter point out, what about Hitler? We speak horrible about him. I think, when you get to a certain point, it's fair game.
He was responsible for,
millions,
myriad deaths.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like saying Attila Hun was really a great guy.
That's a terrible argument in the sense that he was, he's a murderer. Among other things, and Val Kilmer, as far as we know, never murdered anybody. He just treated people horribly on the set of movies and off the set of movies, apparently. Deb, your opinion actually was the one I was the most interested about, because I think you are probably the most empathetic person on the show. And even though somebody may have treated somebody poorly a long time, I find that maybe you would, even out of respect for them because of how you roll, would not agree with that.
Yeah, I had a recent experience with someone who guest hosted. And we talked about someone mutually that we knew who had passed. And I could see the look of, are you going to take that opportunity? And it was like, no. Is
it the same guy we know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, and it was like, that person's not here to defend themselves.
Yeah.
It does nothing to their reputation. It could do damage to my own to rehash something.
Yeah.
But that's not on the same level as a Val Kilmer.
Yeah, I don't know, though. I think maybe each personal situation would be different. I mean, I really do. You go to funerals and you have somebody laying up there, and for a fact that person was an absolute.
He was a real son of a bitch,
a terror of a human being. But yet the facade of people going up there. Oh yeah, I knew Bob. Bob was a great guy. Boy, he could really build a house, and Bob could do this, and Bob did that. Never saying that Bob was also tormented everyone around him for his entire life. And I just always find that argument interesting. By the way, it wasn't just this director who said it. Like, I think there are 5 different directors that came out and said, and 2 of them are very popular guys, and said that this guy was a complete menace, that they would never work with him again. I think one guy actually left the job because of him.
I think it's unnecessary? Yes. But do I also think that he can and has the right to express his own experience? I also sign up for that. But the whole idea of bad people, and that hypothetical of a bad person, their funeral, and people are bringing up he's really good with a hammer. It's because nothing is absolutely evil to that degree where you can't, at the very least,
find any redeeming measure.
Some part of their existence. You're there, right?
Yeah.
You're at their funeral, so it would be. It would be the right thing to do to go ahead and appreciate the things that you can appreciate, and not to focus on the things that you knew he or she struggled with.
So let me ask, is that because it didn't happen to you specifically? If you just, we'll take Val Kilmer. Deb said it perfectly. I don't know him. We don't know him we know him as a movie star. We know him as an entertainer. Does it take you knowing the person personally to have that kind of, to possibly reach that thought process of, God dog, man, I was around this guy a lot, and he was a terrible human being?
For me, yes.
It would have to be a personal interaction with that.
For the most part. I mean, here's the thing. Mass murderers are mass murderers.
Right,
I don't need, there's going to be some exceptions to that rule, but I would say 98% of the time, I'm only going to save my I don't like you for the people that I come in contact with.
And by the way, none of this behavior has to be criminal. It really doesn't. Actually, 2 or 3 of the people that I knew in my life that were insufferable pricks. I mean, just insufferable pricks. Never committed a crime. Never did anything like what you would say illegal. But they were just horrible people. They were just those people that are mired in darkness.
Sometimes I almost wish their bad behavior was illegal, so there would be some form of justice,
right, exactly.
Or at least a chance of it. But there's nothing worse than somebody who knows the rules. That's something that I know that this is rude and still continues to do so, because what are you going to do about it?
I think the only reason really to avoid saying it is because of the people who suffered from that person. You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
Bringing up that they were an insufferable prick at that time when they're trying to say goodbye. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when someone passes, it seems like all of the bad things that person had did, or that, you guys broke up over, all of a sudden it becomes water under the bridge.
Yeah.
We had our difficulties, but he really was a great guy.
Yeah.
And kind of bringing up what they were really like. Mm-hmm. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help the person who has passed, but it could hurt the people that were left behind.
So basically, the idea is, this director probably should have found something about Val Kilmer that was redeeming. Like maybe he heard, maybe. And I tell you, somebody else who had a little bit of an article written about him today was Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that article where he's very difficult. He's prickly. He's a perfectionist, but he says also in that, and you can read this how you want to. I don't know. I don't have anything bad to say about Jason Sudeikis, but it said even when he was part of a show, like let's say the Ted Lasso thing, he won't do charity appearances or anything if he doesn't get paid. He doesn't believe in it. He doesn't if you want him, as the director said, hey, can you pop over to this other room over here because we have some, we have some people that are coming in, or maybe the studio heads, kids, can you just pop in and say, hey? And if he doesn't get paid for it, it's not part of his contract. He simply will not do it. And, people look at that oddly because, but it's not a contractual obligation. And they even say that in an article. Although he isn't obliged to do that, you would think that some people that are kind of, have had a certain success in their life would find the goodness in their heart to slide over and maybe do something good. But, he's not required to do that. And he's not breaking a law.
And again,
but there's a look.
There's a look. Yeah, exactly. Because legally, he's not doing anything wrong.
Right.
And the morally, maybe.
And again, I would never not watch Jason Sudeikis' projects because of that. But it is kind of something you don't know about the guy. I mean,
literally, think about it. For all of the years that people kept their mouth shut about Sean P. Diddy Combs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that is absolutely criminal and illegal.
You can say that about the Epstein thing, too.
Exactly. That's when, silence shouldn't be held. But for someone who maybe wasn't the greatest person, if their children are around, maybe just spare them hearing the real opinion.
Yeah, maybe Epstein's a perfect example of that, right? I mean, what would you say redeeming about him?
Nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There's nothing.
I mean, that's the perfect point, right? How about zero redeeming about that guy,
right? Because he took it so beyond.
It's not him, but there is. I got better buckle up, right? But Jeffrey Epstein taught me more than any community college could ever have. I learned so much because of finding out that he was already arrested and then sweetheart deal back in 2009.
Yeah.
You already got him. And guess what? No mainstream news there. I just look at Jeffrey Epstein as such a learning moment for this is adulthood.
Yeah,
there is no one coming to help. Everything's a lie.
But real quick, just so you know, that Alex Acosta deal, thanks to the Miami Herald and the Orlando Sentinel, there was talk about it. Unfortunately, it was still a Florida story at that time. And because the victims hadn't been told about the deal before it was made, that's when the story really blew up, was when the victim said, wait a minute, we never agreed to this settlement. It was still something that was trying to be covered. It just wasn't the national story that it is today.
Yeah, and I'm always, now my curiosity kills my cat by going, well, what is the thing other than us that's picking and choosing what gets to that echelon of everyone is talking about it, everyone knows? Because that's really where a lot of influence and things happens, when everyone's on thinking the same thing. It's a front lobe, and now that passion's already gone down. It's gone.
Yeah, it's your own moral compass, is it not? It's how you hold yourself against society and how you view how people kind of in your world should kind of act. And then you base your ideas on what that is based on the person that's doing the action.
It's also kind of like a regional thing, right? Our news is so fragmented that, that's a South Florida story. No, actually, that's a New York. That's the Caribbean.
It's a human story.
That's a Washington, D.C. story.
Yeah.
It just happened to be settled in South Florida. But, I mean, it wasn't paid attention to. That was the sad part. It took the victims coming out and saying, we didn't agree to this deal for the story to hit the news.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Deb, got some news for us?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Orlando discussing ways to boost growth downtown. A Florida principal is placed on leave over a yearbook quote.
Oh, man.
No, I got to admit, with this one, I'm a little confused.
Okay, good.
I'm a little confused, and we'll wrap it up with Uber ranking the most forgetful cities. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
All right, take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news and get the hell out of here on a Wednesday.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm
Fox 35 Storm Team, meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Wednesday, we are going to be expecting some morning showers and storms that'll give way to a windy and drier afternoon. Once these showers and storms depart, say around the midday to early afternoon hours, we'll be expecting temperatures today to only reach the low 80s. That's right, a high of around 81 degrees today in Orlando. That's almost 10 degrees below normal. We'll stay right around the low to middle 80s as we head into our Thursday before things pick back up into the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Discover. When you hear a good deal, it's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you hear Discover will automatically double all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 407-706-9137 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 407-706-9137 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 407-706-9137 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 407-706-9137.
At Rental World, we've served Osceola County since 1971 with top quality equipment, competitive prices, and unbeatable service. From mini excavators and stump grinders to pressure washers and dump trailers. As a Steel Elite dealer, we carry everything from chainsaws to trimmers, plus concrete saws and more. For a limited time, BR 600 blowers are $50 off. FS 56 RC trimmers are $30 off, and more deals in store. Visit RentalWorldFL.com or stop by today. Rental World, making your job easier for over 50 years.
Kick off the summer with a stress-free way to sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. One of our clients, Selena, said, Mark Spain Real Estate was phenomenal. Prior to working with Mark Spain Real Estate, my house had been on the market for over 3 months with no success. After I met with Mark Spain Real Estate, they completely turned things around for me. I closed on the sale quickly, just as they promised. Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 5-star reviews. Trust us to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Facing an injury is tough, but choosing the right attorney shouldn't be. I'm Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney. With my zero-fee guarantee, you won't pay a single dime unless we get you money for your injuries. No hidden costs, no upfront fees, just dedicated, hardworking lawyers when you need them the most. Why wait? If you're injured on the go, visit justcallmo.com or give us a call at 1-800-CALL-MO. It's that easy.
On Plus Nicotine Pouches present Comfort Chronicles. A 10 o'clock tea time. How comfortable. You show up in stretchy shorts, a breathable tee, and maybe no socks. Let the dogs breathe. While others sweat in pleated khakis, you're in your comfort zone bombing drives. And in your pocket, On Plus Nicotine Pouches. The softest pouch on the planet. Buy a can at onnicotine.com. Products for tobacco consumers 21 years of age or older. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Bring the Thunder to Daytona Beach. Join us this Sunday at 3 p.m. as the Orlando Storm take on the DC Defenders at Daytona Stadium in the first playoff game in franchise history with a trip to the United Bowl presented by Credit One on the line. Tickets are just $10, plus fans can score a commemorative playoff t-shirt at the gates while supplies last. The location changed, the mission hasn't. Be part of Orlando Storm history. Get your tickets now at UFLstorm.com.
What if you could buy a flippable, two-sided mattress made with the finest materials that cost less than other luxury brands? This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. And this is exactly what you'll find with our new Orthos line, available exclusively at OMF. We build these by hand using premium materials like wool and cotton. It's old-world craftsmanship with modern comfort, our most extraordinary sleep system. Built locally at a price other luxury brands just can't match. Visit the Original Mattress Factory and experience the Orthos line for yourself.
48 countries.
Only one winner.
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live. Every unforgettable moment wherever you are. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
The world will be listening.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead, so that we will do, looking ahead tomorrow on Real Radio. The Monsters getting ready for their big Friday night show. Daisy Del Toro in studio, and your chance to win $2,500 at 8. And then at 9, your chance to win a trip to Vegas to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. All starts tomorrow on Real Radio. Plus, when you need to look ahead, you can trust Ray Trenley and the team at TK Law to help you plan your family's future when it comes to estate planning.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Look like you could correct yourself and realize that it was Real Genius and not Young Einstein that Val Kilmer started in. But it's understandable how you got Yahoo Serious and Val Kilmer confused.
Yeah, I didn't know you
And
know.
it was a smart movie, genius. It had to do with science.
It was a really good movie, by the way.
What up, JCS crew? Holy hell. Jack said Young Einstein, and I don't think that's something I've thought about since like 1988. I was like 12 when I saw that movie. For whatever reason, I liked it. Whatever happened to Yahoo Serious? That was not a serious name. Such a random throwback.
Yeah, and I said Young Genius, and it's Real Genius. Was the Val Kilmer movie.
Where they built that laser, and he lived in the... and by the way, the guy that played Laszlo, the guy that lived in the closet, he is like he grew up to be like went out to be he's a major actor now. Is it Cliff? Go ahead.
Val Kilmer's most underrated and incredible performance, The Island of Dr. Moreau.
That's a terrible movie. I think he's being facetious.
Are you sure?
Here's one for you.
Okay, you ready?
Well, I'll be cornswaggled. I can't believe the level of the just gray matter that you bring to this program on a daily basis. You know, Jim. What's your name again? Deborah Roberts.
Oh my God!
It is amazing.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I take that as a great compliment. I appreciate that.
I do too. Thank you very much.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack, and Ross.
Gray matter.
Okay, you ready? Have you ever seen the movie?
Which one?
Real Genius.
I have not. Sorry.
Jack has. You ready?
Yeah.
You remember guy Laszlo, right?
Yeah.
The guy that was the prodigy before Val Kilmer was the prodigy?
Yes.
Prodigy, right?
Yeah.
He lived in that closet. He only came out. That is the uncle from Napoleon Dynamite. Who throws the steak. His name is John Grease.
Oh, wow.
That's Uncle, what's his Uncle what?
Uncle Rico, baby.
Rico. That's Uncle Rico, dude.
I could throw this pigskin over them mountains, boy.
All right, Ross, stand up at Red Tail, which is a beautiful golf resort out in Sorrento, Florida.
That is true. Doors at 6. Show is at 7. Tickets at rosscomedy.com.
And let me give you a heads up. Although it is a rural spot, no question, it is literally right off of the 429. And when I say right off, it's a mile off the 429. And it is a beautiful area out there. If you want to go out and kick it, there's some cool places to eat in Mount Dora, which is right around the corner, or Sanford, which is also right around the corner. It's kind of halfway between, and then go out and see a comedy show.
This will be my first time in Sorrento, Florida. To my knowledge, I've never slang jokes in the city of Sorrento.
It is right around the corner from my house, dude. I play that golf course with John Brown from Fox 35 occasionally.
Little JB on the golf course.
Great guy, by the way. He's a super great guy. Also, I wanted to mention this because we haven't really talked about it. I want to get the news here in a second for sure, but I'm going to be out at the Monster thing on Friday night.
Don't call it a comeback.
I'm going out I'm hanging out with the guys at the Monsters.
We're all going to be out there. Jack's going to be there.
That's right. The whole show except for Ross because he sucks.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know my schedule.
But so we're going to be hanging out with the big Monsters. Is it Monsters at Dark? Monsters After Dark?
Yeah.
Monsters
at Night.
There you go. So I'm going to be hanging out with those guys, and if you're a Monster fan and you listen to this show, completely understood. Look forward to seeing you on Friday night. Jackson's going to be there. Deb will be there as well, and we're going to have some fun and celebrate the biggest morning show in Central Florida.
Get your tickets.
And that show is bananas giant. It's so good. 30 years, dude. That thing has been rolling around and been number one for that long with massive cast changes over and over. Super, super impressive stuff.
Go to realradio.fm/night.
Yeah.
And there's a link if you want to get tickets and join us.
Yeah, massively impressive. That is a run that will go down in history for sure.
No, I think you're going to have too much fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Deb, let's get some news.
All right.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
Orlando is considering ways it can boost development downtown. The city council will meet next week to discuss easing building restrictions in the downtown historic district. One option is to allow developers to bypass the Historic Preservation Board for the next 3 years. Going to make a lot of homeowners in Delaney Park and Thornton Park. They're going to be so happy to hear that.
Oh, they're going to be so prissy.
Yeah, Orlando Economic Development Director Lillian Payne says the current rules have created unintentional barriers to redevelopment. She says the city would like to see more residential units, businesses, and restaurants. Payne tells the Orlando Sentinel there are properties in the downtown that are vacant and deteriorating because of lack of investment. A Florida principal may be out of a job after lyrics from rapper Fetty Wap's song Trap Queen appeared in the school's yearbook. Now, Fetty Wap, of course, he's from Jacksonville, right? Well, the St. John's County School District removed Trout Creek Academy principal Katie O'Connell over the line, quote, "Everybody hating, we just call them fans though," end quote. That's it.
She got penalized for that?
According to a copy obtained by the St. John Citizen, the quote read with attribution to O'Connell, and she was told her contract likely won't be renewed.
What?
She's been placed on administrative leave as the school district investigates whether she approved the quote or if it was added later in the production process.
Read the quote again, please.
"Everybody hating, we just call them fans though."
Don't worry, Fetty Wap has sent flowers to former Trout Creek Academy principal who is placed on leave.
That is unbelievable, dude. There's no way they can get through with that, right? There's no way they can win that. I mean, he can appeal that?
No.
I don't think the state had...
Well, this is from WPEC.
The school board?
Yeah, they can decide not to renew a contract.
Oh, yeah, they can. They can. Because they're not firing. They're just not renewing his contract.
She didn't even... She didn't... It's I believe.
Katie,
Yeah, she didn't even have a party with a bunch of middle schoolers.
No,
there.
she says, "I did not put that quote in the yearbook, nor did I approve that quote."
Oh.
And yet she's still being removed from the classroom.
Wow, that's going to be trouble for somebody.
And then finally, thousands of items get left behind by passengers in Ubers every year. No surprise there. Now the rideshare company is out with the list, the Lost and Found Index, ranking the most forgetful cities along with some of the more unusual items left behind. You know the top, New York City. Followed by Miami, Chicago, and San Francisco. The most common items left behind include phones, wallets, luggage, keys, and headphones. Some of the more unusual items include dentures, breast milk, an ankle monitor, and a child's prosthetic eye. And you heard it here first on The Jim Colbert Show.
Oh, my God.
You're welcome.
The real whodunit.
All right, Deb, who do we have to thank today? Who shook that out of her?
We have a mighty, mighty list. We want to kick it off first by thanking that mortgage guy, Don, for saucing up our hump day.
We're back, baby.
Yay.
Thanks, Don.
Want to thank Josh, Christina, and Mary from the Central Florida Zoo, Scott Maxwell, Orlando Sentinel columnist, relationship expert Colette Fair, just in case you missed Animal House, Scott Maxwell's Call, or Colette's 2 segments. All 3 podcasts have already been posted at The Jim Colbert Show. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Bulware for running our YouTube chat.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that as we do every single day. Jack, question of the day.
Have you ever been to therapy in our YouTube chat?
Man.
That's such a good question.
42% say yes.
63% say yes.
Yay! You guys are smart.
Good for them.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone should go.
All right,
Jimmy.
RossComedy.com?
RossComedy.com. Sorrento, Florida.
Yeah.
Red Tail Country Club. Let's ride.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Jimmy.
This Saturday.
And then Friday night, we'll be out at the Mount Dora with the Monsters in the Morning for their Monsters at Night. It's going to be a good time, so we hope to see you there.
It's weird that you voted multiple times no on the YouTube chat there, Jim.
Yeah, anyway, on behalf of Dad, Jack, and Ross, I'm Jim. We follow the Beach Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time. Love Thy Neighbor. Our friends from Real Laughs. And, of course, we'll see you tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Wednesday.
And go put some hump in your day. Bye.
Well, I don't know about that.
If you missed any of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
408 westbound, the off-ramp to I-4 is still partially blocked due to an earlier accident. 408 westbound at Rouse Road, there's a crash there blocking the left shoulder, and it's a slow ride right now, I-4 westbound.